이제 누구를 뽑을까 하면서 계속 지켜봤었는데 2명 정도가 딱 눈에 보이더라고요. 둘 다 저그에.
영환이가 뽑아주면 좋을 것 같은데
영환이 형이 뽑아줬으면 좋겠네요.
영환이가 뽑겠다 이런 얘기들이 많이 들려가지고 뭐 A조가 도 나쁘지 않을 것 같아요. 그러니까 A조가 아니라 이제 영환이가 뽑는 조.
이미 김지성 선수가 이영환 선수를 뽑는 게 기정은 사실하는.
이제 24강 올라가자마자 A조 확정이라고 사람들이, 심지어 제가 저그전데 토스 3명이 저를 뽑아달라고.
탑시드 권에 조금 약해진 게 조금 아쉽긴 한데 엄청난 꿀조는 못 만들 것 같거든요.
제가 그 지성이 꿀조 만드는데 보탬이 한번 되어보도록.
영환이 형이 토스를 뽑고 싶다고 하더라고요. 약간 3저그조를 만들고 싶은데 혹시 생각 있으신 분?
무조건 저거 뽑겠습니다.
뭔가 존댓말 할 때 어색해요.
네네네. 무조건 저거 뽑겠습니다.
저그를 원했구나. 저그를 원했구나. 토스 한 명 정도는 그래도 괜찮지 않을까. 3저그 중에서도 최근에 이겨봤던 내가 훨씬 수월할 거야.
근데 저는 그냥 3저그가 중요한 거라서 토스 뽑을 것 같은데?
결렬.
저는 3저그보다는 3테란이 좋아가지고 어중간한 테란 애들 되게 많거든요.
제가 생각해보니까 ASL에서 저그대저그 성적이 많이 안 좋아요. 저도 결렬 선언을 했습니다.
원터스 저그 정도로 합의 보는 걸로. 뭔가 권한이 생긴 느낌이네요. 좋은 조 한번 만들어 보겠습니다. 윤철이가 너무 지성이가 까다로워하는 스타일이어가지고 뽑아도 나갈 것 같아요. 태경이 형을 뽑아줄 저그 없나요?
제가 태경이 형 뽑으면 어차피 3저그 되는 거 아니에요?
저는 그 정도도 만족하거든요. 그래서 탑시드 권을 딴 데 쓸 생각이에요.
믿지 마세요. 진짜 지성이 말 듣고 하지 마세요. 저 많이 당했습니다. 너의 소신을 좀 발휘 좀 했으면 좋겠어.
얼핏 보면 제가 뭔가 권한이 있는 것 같은데 사실 이거 다 지성이 권한이어가지고 그냥 약간 대변인 느낌이라 그냥.
그러면 어차피 지성이가 3저그 만들 거면 나를 뽑으면 내가 성대를 뽑을게.
이영환 선수의 선택.
이재동!
이재동!
성대를 픽해주겠다.
이야, 좋습니다.
그래도 좀 준비하기도 편하고 나쁘지 않은 것 같아요.
이재동 선수의 선택의 시간이 들어왔는데요. 바로 뽑아요. 뭐 얘기할 필요 없어요. 그냥 뽑으면 되는 거예요. 그냥.
뭐 들어봐야 되나요?
성대 넣으세요. 빨리.
그냥 성대 넣으래요. 약속은 난 지킨다.
김성대가 A조로 갑니다.
이번에 저그가 많아서 피할 생각 없어 좋은 만족 중인데 김지성이 너무 꿀파는 게 싫어가지고 이렇게 된 김에 저는 자신 있습니다.
생각했던 제일 최고의 상황이 나온 것 같아요.
김지성과 3저그조.
Hello, StarCraft fans. We are back with the round of 16. It's Group A, and joining me is our Zerg expert, Eonzerg. What's up, man?
What's up, Nyoken? Happy to be back, man. Finally, ASL is back. It's been a long break.
Yeah, it has been quite a while. It's like been 10 days. You were mentioning it to me off stream that you were missing the ASL. So was I, and we've got an exciting group today with the ASL champion and then 3 killer Zergs.
Indeed. This is such a dangerous group. I was just like you watching these highlights from the group selection. And I'm really curious why Jaedong picked Arjun. Like, I understand like Jaedong is confident in the CBC, but at the same time, like, you are like putting it easy for Royal as well. Like, he only need to practice Terran versus Zerg.
Yeah, and he's also very good versus Zerg. And in the intro, they were getting some highlights from the group selection, and Royal even stated he wanted to have a group of all Zerg. But apparently, these players obliged him here. I can't really fault Jaedong for picking action at the very end, because did you see the remaining players that he had to pick from? It was Light, Bisu, and Snow and action. And I feel like if you pick any of the other 3, that's a big mistake.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't. Honestly, I didn't. But I only saw that he picked Arjun. I was like, oh, wow. Arjun is no joke, you know what I mean?
Oh, I'm a big fan of action. You know, every season, he's like my underdog pick. Somebody that I think is underrated, but can make it all the way to the finals. And his Zerg versus Terran is god tier. Like, he's really freaking good versus Terran. I've seen games of him versus Flash, and he can keep up in the macro. But every single time I see him play in ASL, something goes wrong in like the round of 16. And in fact, last season, he ended up losing to Royal. I remember on Vermeer, he had a great build order, and then he put the hatchery, his third hatchery at the wrong position, and then Royal just ran him over.
Well, I'm not going to blame him too much because Royal is the champion after all. He lost to the champion anyway, so it's like it's like Royal was really. It was like his time to shine. You can say that. But you know what? This is such an interesting group. It's such a strong group with Jaedong. Like if you ask me about this group, you're probably going to be surprised. But to me, the most dangerous player in this group is Shine. He doesn't have anything to lose.
That is true. Shine, and he's very dangerous in all the matchups, not just Zerg versus Terran, Zerg versus Protoss, where he can do crazy one-hatch builds. But we already saw him versus Queen in the round of 24. Remember, he did the 999, and Queen got lucky to sneak in a Ling, because if he didn't get that Ling in there, he may not have been able to hold that Ling all in.
It still stays one of the most crazy hole I have seen in my life in a CBC. Like, I even remember how almost all the Queen Zerglings were surrounded. Somehow he won that.
Yeah, it looked like there was going to be an overwhelming amount of Lings, but not the case. Yet, Shine still makes it into the round of 16. Now, someone we haven't really talked about at all is this guy right here, Jaedong. There was a point in time where it was Jaedong versus Zerg. That's how good his Zerg versus Zerg was. It was like an 80% win rate. But what do you think about Jaedong's chances making it out of this group?
I mean, I'm not really sure. Like, I remember back then, people used to be like, you know, playing against Jaedong. Like, the guy is in your head. But I feel like with this now the streaming era, you know, all these players like always hanging out on Discord, always talking, or like being teammates and all of that. I asked myself if that actually play to make the guy more normal, more accessible, you know, because back then you used to have this Jaedong that you could see in Pro Leagues or Star Leagues, and this guy that you can feel like he wanted to kill you.
Yeah.
But I asked myself if now, you know, like everyone is like more chill about Jaedong.
Yeah, that is true. You know, I was thinking the same thing about just celebrities or YouTubers in general, with more people using like Instagram and, you know, streaming, people become more relatable. And I can agree with that statement. Jaedong, even during the interviews that they have with him on ASL, he seems more cheerful and happier than in olden days when you watch him in Pro League, where he just looks like he's going to rip your throat out when he's playing you. So I can agree with that.
By the way, to touch a bit more about Jaedong, if I don't mistake, Jaedong was eliminated by Shine in the last ASL.
Jaedong eliminated by Shine?
I'm pretty sure Shine beat him 2 times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how Jaedong was eliminated from the last ASL. So I'm not sure, because the Jaedong is the kind of guy that when you beat him, he's like well, at least in the past, he was the kind of guy that he was coming back to you, like he's coming back for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the results from ASL 14, and you're right. Shine beat him twice in best of ones in the round of 24. So, yeah, he's probably looking to kill Shine really badly this season. And I think he can do it, because he is definitely a top-notch Zerg and a top player in ZVZ. Everybody knows the crazy muted control that he has. But like you said, this guy, he's got nothing to lose, so he could pull out. You know, we could even see, well, I don't know if we could see a 4-pull in ZVZ, but it wouldn't surprise me if Shine did something crazy like that.
I mean, imagine someone's doing a 12 hash and he's going a 5-pull or 4-pull. But yeah, it would be too crazy, because like I always mention, like, What is the reason to go like something like that if you can go 9 pull and it's going to punish 12 hash anyway?
Yeah, no real reason to go for an early pool like that, but I'm sure Shine has something special planned because every single season he seems to pull out something crazy. I remember last season versus Snow, he had that hatch in his base on Odyssey, pushed a lurker through the wall, and I'm trying to think, are there any maps that you can do something like that this season? The only one that comes to mind is Heartbreak Ridge and the Temples, and he hasn't really played anything really crazy on that map. But everything else I think is pretty standard, except for 7-6. I mean, that's just flat out a weird map in general.
You know what? I never seen a Zerg versus Zerg on the map.
I also have never seen a Zerg versus Zerg on that map. The natural not having gas makes it interesting. Like, will anybody ever expand there?
No, and the ramp is so... Like, you can hold that with 2 Zerglings or so. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be weird. I haven't thought about that. Like, there may be a scenario where somebody... No, that's too crazy. I was going to say, would somebody go drops to take their hatchery? But how would you, like, get into position versus mutas? Like, the mutas have obviously better mobility. I don't know. That would be weird to see as EVZ on 7-6.
Oh, man. Nyoken, I just, like... have this crazy idea. Do you think like, because I know games do that, like they ban some stuff like for example in Counter Strike or Call of Duty they ban this the flash bans or maybe some gun. Do you think like they could like ban some, like for example Muta on 7-6 to make it more interesting? Do you think that could be like something in the future, like to make just like, because what you just mentioned, imagine if there was nothing to punish air like mutas, that could make the matchup so crazy on the map.
Yeah, I remember Zero for BSL had some type of matchups like that, like Terran versus Terran, you couldn't build tanks. Zerg versus Zerg, I think it was, you can't build mutas. That would be interesting if somebody could come up with a map like that where mutas are actually bad. I don't know if that's possible, but that would be cool because Hydras are very strong. Hive tech is very strong. We just never get there.
Oh man, you know, like CB versus never get to the point of using Hive, but it's so tricky when you get to the point that you are using Swarm and Lurkers. You can even attack the opponent. The opponent can attack you.
I know.
It's almost like a Terran versus Terran.
Yeah, how would Zerg engage into Lurkers? Like, Lings are going to get insta-killed. Hydras can't hit him. You would have to fight with Ultralisk.
Yeah, my Ultras.
Oh my gosh.
But then you can play the Ultra. So it's a lot of money that you invest in the Ultra to get played.
Yeah, Ultra is so expensive. That would be crazy. You know, I haven't seen Ultras played that much except for in BSL when we've got wild games. We are getting a look at the groups today, as you know, Royal with 3 Zergs. Group B is gonna be 3 Terrans with 1 Zerg, and then Group C is the group that I've got my eye on. That is a insane group. Sulky, Best, Snow, and Light. Anybody could get out, and anybody that gets eliminated is going to be a huge relief to the remaining players. And then Group D, also a crazy group: Hero, Sock, Mind, and Bisu.
Yeah, I to be honest, every group is so strong. Every single group is so good right now. And you can make this harder with like for example, imagine it's not even fair because like Shine do so well that he can eliminate you. So like putting someone else is like doesn't really matter. Every single group is so competitive.
Yeah, it is very, very competitive indeed. And even though I can't read most of the graphics, I can read that top line, and it says Zerg Killer for Royal. And he's going to have to prove it this time because he's got 3 different players, 3 different styles to deal with. Shine, the all-in player. Jaedong, the Mutaman, he plays pretty straightforward. And then Action, he can play everything and also macro like an absolute madman. So this is going to be tough. And we know Valkyrie play is in the meta. I wonder if Shine will take that into account and do something crazy, like just instantly go for a lurker bust. And if Royal goes for Valkyries, he may be in trouble.
By the way, man, we didn't speak enough about Royal. This guy, he won the last ASL. He's the champion. He actually made his dream, and he's coming back for a second season. Like, props to him because of, like, seeking for more. I hope, like, the pressure doesn't get him, and he's able to perform well. And you know, like, and to prove that it was not just a one-time thing, you know, like, because he has the skills. The guy is an amazing player. The guy is bringing so much different to the Terran race in every matchup. Well, there is not like too much improvement, like not improvement, but too much in TBT. There is not too much. How do you call that, man? Revolutions.
Oh yeah, like changes in the meta.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like there is no too much grace in that matchup to do, in my opinion. But like in TBP and TBC, the guy have done so much. Like, yeah, props to him, man.
Yeah, TVZ has definitely changed. You know, last year when I was meeting with I met with Artosis and Jinjin, and I was talking about how, you know, I find good success with Valkyrie, but Jinjin, he knows Korean, he can understand the pros talking. Pros were saying Valkyries, they're useless. They're not what you should be building. But now here we are, a year later, and Valkyrie play is in the meta. You know, Light's innovating it right now. I'm sure Royal has some impact too. I agree with what you said about TVT also. What seems to be the case in TVT is it always has been Vulture play dominating, but it's gone from being 2-fact into 1-fact expand into now 1-fact expand 3-fact Vultures. That's what we're seeing often. But our players are ready with game 1 of today. It is going to be Royal versus Shine, and map is going to be Sylphid, so it is going to be a normal map.
Nice. Well, not so nice for Royalty because you can be so aggressive on the natural.
Yeah, Sylphid. Not exactly my most favorite map for TVC. Bottom right, very hard to put down turrets, so hoping he doesn't spawn there. We'll see, though. Okay, in the top middle, our reigning champion, it is none other than Royal. And in the mid left, our Zerg player, it is Shine.
Nyoken have seen Royal in the past days playing Grace non-stop. I don't know if it is too high builds for ESL.
Yeah, with everybody streaming nowadays, you know, everybody has access to what you want to play. I wouldn't be surprised if it is a mind game to just hide the builds. But at the same time, the people watching him are probably thinking, oh, it must be a mind game. You're hiding your builds. So it would be funny if he ends up going into 2-Port Wraith. And 2-Port Wraith can be a really deadly build. If you can play it and you can control your race, it can scale really well.
Yeah, not only that his position is like really good for Grace as well.
Yeah, top middle. Also, you get that slightly faster mineral boosting than I think compared to all the other positions. And we don't see an early pool from Shine unless he's going to go for an overpool right now, which I don't anticipate. And we're getting a look at the bottom right, the ASL match history. Most recent game, Season 14, Round of 8. And unfortunately for Shine, Royal dominated that 3-0.
Yeah, Royal actually like he did very well against China, and he did so well against Arjun as well. So like he, in my opinion, apart from Jaedong, he made his dream group.
Yeah, and that stat at bottom right, Royal has the highest win rate in TVZ, even more than Flash. However, Flash had about triple the amount of games, but still, to have almost an 80% win rate and to be higher than Flash, that is no joke.
Is this 12 pool or 11 pool? What is this?
It's 12 pool. What do you think about this?
Oh, it's going to be so aggressive with the mutants. Like, actually, now I'm scared because, like, this build can be so powerful and so aggressive with mutants that you can suffocate the Terran so much that he's almost never leaving the base. Like, he's going to be like forced to go vessels without even like going into the map.
Yeah, I've played this build on the ladder a few times, and it is really punishing, especially if you lose your SCV, because just because you think that they're going mutas because they have lair, they don't have to, and the lings are out so fast that you're not able to scout for a long time. Often when I face this build, actually people go 2-hatch lurker bust, and you gotta scan, right? Because you gotta figure out what it is. If it's mutas, you need to build turrets. But if you blow your scan and it's lurkers, well, you don't have any scans anymore. So I wonder if this could be a lurker play. For now, we are just seeing a 3-ling attack. I don't think this is going to do much, though.
No, he's ready. He's ready, but you know what? He denied the CB scout.
Yeah, you got to get in there, man. I'm telling you, from Terran's perspective, this is a dangerous build. Yes, it's low econ, so Zerg is mega committed if they go lurkers, but getting in now to confirm there's no hydrogen, now he'll be feeling confident that this is just muta play and he'll be able to play normal.
Yeah. Well, then the one next thing he need to be careful about is link speed timing. Need to see if he is making more serlings, but apart from that, it's looking like very normal.
Yeah, I'm looking at the gas timing for Royal. It's kind of slow, actually. You know, actually, I was anticipating him to rush the Academy to try and get stim and range a little bit faster because of what you said, mutas being really, really fast. But this is still going to be something like a 4-minute Academy, which is kind of big econ for Terran. Really slow stim, slow range. So the mutas are going to be able to have a good time versus these Marines. The Marines are going to be high in numbers, but without range, they're not going to be nearly as deadly.
Oh, Roy is allowing these two settings to go into the main, and he's going for a counterattack. This could be so dangerous.
Yeah, this could be dangerous. Look at that Marine control, though. He still loses that Marine, but this counterattack forces Sunken versus a Zerg that already really hurt their econ with the 12 pull, but I think Shine has done a good job to transition out of this. He only built 4 Zerglings, so really has been able to build up that drone count.
Yeah, remember this build is also, you know, mutas in the way already. That's crazy. I mean, that's super crazy. Like, I think Royal is in danger.
Yeah, that eBay is only halfway done. And mutas are going to be in his base with Terran Marines with no stim, no range. Look at that. He's already got SCVs in position because he knows he needs to build these instantly. I'm surprised that the mutas aren't out by now. Okay, now they're finally going to pop. And maybe he'll just barely be able to get up these turrets in time.
Wow, this is what made the difference of a pro gamer, man.
Yeah, that one Ling is going to try and buy some time on the turret at the natural. Mutas are going to fly in here, and like you said, this is the difference between a pro and an amateur. The turret timing is perfect, and the SCVs are going to have to be careful at this particular spot, but there's not that many mutas. It's only 6.
So far, not too much damage found. Remember, this is a 12 pool. Like, the set tier expansion is going to be delayed. He need to do damage with this. There is no other way to win the game. You need to do damage with these two hatcheries mutas.
Yeah, both players cut econ for this. I saw Terran cutting some SCVs, and then because it's a 12 pool, obviously low econ. You can see he's super low econ because he can't even afford a 3rd hatch. not in his main, not at another base, and he's building 2 more Sunkens just to not die. So he's going to be safe to the Marine Medic. But like you said, he's got to get damage done. This is only 8 mutas. 8 mutas can be scary, but okay. Did he find the opening?
Well, he's killing Marines right now, but like I mentioned, it's 2 hatcheries mutas. Like, he really need to do like crazy damage. Like, killing Torres is not enough. Killing 2 Marines is not enough.
Yeah, he did get something like 7 SCVs, and I do know Royal does cut a lot in Terran versus Zerg, so this may have been enough damage. If we look at the supply, it's 44 to 42. That's extremely low supply, and Royal, I don't see a big building for the factory. I think that, well, maybe it is right next to his racks right now, but right now these mutas have done quite a bit of damage to even force something like 10 turrets. Yeah, this factory is very slow. It's like a 715 factory.
And that's a lot of mutas now. That's a lot of mutas now. I don't know if there is enough defense in the National.
Yeah, I don't think there is. The turret placement
Oh, he
is...
didn't finish the turret!
Oh, yeah, he didn't finish it. That's going to be a dead turret. That's going to be a dead Marines, too. And I think that Shine might have done it. Maybe he doesn't kill him here, but he has done a ridiculous amount of damage to the workers and the Marine count. He does need to get another base, though. Like, I'm getting worried that we still don't have a 3rd hatch, and there's no follow-up. It's just mutas.
Yeah, because he didn't even make a Queeness to be taken to Hive or anything else. So, like, he's stuck now in these 2 hatcheries, and he, like, his main focus right now is, like, trying to get some damage. But that is not enough when there is already Starport in the way.
Yeah, once the starport comes down and Valkyries start coming out, this game is going to swing heavily in favor of Terran. Now, that's not a great spot. The turrets are dealing a lot of damage. Marines keeping the starport alive, so that's fantastic. And Shine finally going to expand, but there's an SCV here, and it may end up killing that drone. I think he is going to win. Oh my gosh, that's heartbreaking. That's probably going to put Shine all in. I don't think he's probably going to try and take another 3rd base. Probably just going to try and make this work.
I mean, you made it like looks like he had like a chance, like use a drone against an SCV. Come on.
That's true. There's no chance. Whoa, Hydrogen. I didn't even see that get built. Okay, so this is going to be the follow-up. I don't think I've heard scans.
Wait, is this a drop? Lurker drop?
Oh, it could be. It could be. He's moving all of his overlords over into that position. He knows that the Marines have to defend both sides, and of course, Terran's never going to be expecting this. If he can get 4 Hydras, 4 Lurkers, that could be enough. Now, he can't show the Overlords. Cannot let the Overlords get spotted.
Oh man, it's so crazy because at the same time, Shine is not letting his opponent leave the base, so I don't think it's a good idea to drop like Lurkers right now.
Oh, he scanned. What did he scan? Okay, he scanned the main and the natural. So he sees Hydras being built, but that's going to put all the units at the front of the base because he's expecting it to be a bust. Now, that SCV is still alive, and he may... Okay, he is just moving back. Look at these mutas, man. They're just killing everything.
A +1, +1 attack, right?
Look at that SCV. Look at that SCV. If it goes to top... Oh, it hooked around to the left side, so he's going to miss it.
Oh, Lurkers are going into the main, man.
I think this is over, dude. All the Marines are at the front. You're never expecting a drop. And what does he have? He has 2 barracks. Tank hasn't even started. Valkyrie obviously not helping in this situation. I think we're going to see Royal get sent to the losers.
Oh, he has vision of that.
It's too late. These mutas have +1 weapon also, so they're going to hit really hard, and that means goodbye. Oh my gosh, that was a really fast pop onto one of the Lurkers. So now, actually, can Royal do this?
He's not committing, Nyoken. He's like being so careful, but I mean, that's 3 Lurkers.
Oh, at the same time, natural Lurkers, and he's going to shut down the middle line there. And all of a sudden, Royal's on the brink of not being mining. The one of the Valkyries just died. If he shuts down the mineral line right now, that means he only has 300 minerals. He can build like 1 tank and a couple Marines. Oh, he's got to win this fight right now. Oh, he does take down one of the Lurkers.
HI has done it.
Holy, I think he has done it. And the guy that wanted an all-Zerg group, he got what he wanted, And now he's on the brink of losing.
Oh my god.
Oh! We talked about it in the opening of the day that this guy's got nothing to lose, and he proved it. He brought out all the stops. I don't know when the last time it was I've seen a 12 pool into mass mutas into a lurker drop, but that was crazy.
I remember it actually. It was effort against someone in this new map transistor. He pulled something like that. I don't remember the Terran player, but he actually did that in that map. That is so fascinating that this actually worked.
Yeah, that 12 pool, like you said, the mutas got out so fast. Terran has to cut to match it, and he had no vision. He had like he scanned, but his scan at the natural was after drop upgrade was probably halfway done. Lurker upgrade was halfway done. And the real issue was he just lost so many Marines. Like, he couldn't defend both areas. If he could have better trades, I think he would have held it. But the muta is just overwhelming, and that means Shine is waiting in the winners match. And we're going to be going into a break, and then we'll be back with a ZVZ, which is going to be Jaedong versus Action. Okay, we are back. We're going to be going into a ZVZ again on Sylphid. This time it's Jaedong versus Action. We all know Jaedong killer ZVZ, but Action no joke either. What do you think about Action's shot versus Jaedong?
Wow. I think Action serve versus series is really solid. It's not even fair to ask that when your opponent is Jaedong. I feel like, because I don't know why, but it's like you auto assume that Jaedong is going to win.
Yeah, he's just historically so good versus Zerg, but we can see in ASL, at least, not the greatest versus Zerg. I'm surprised to see that win rate 4-9, only 30%. You know, it's not that many games played, but this guy in the 2010, 2000s era had something upwards of 70% win rate versus Zerg. So he's definitely a top tier player, but that just shows you how much Zerg players have improved, especially in CVC. And now we get a look at Action's win rate, and he has a pretty good one, 61% win rate, 60% versus Terran. This guy is a beast, as I stated.
Yeah, it has to be one of the best. Probably, I think only Hero improved this, to be honest. maybe Queen.
Yeah, I think that's right. Those two, maybe Soma also, but yeah, Action's got to be up there, at least in the top 5 for ZVZ in terms of win rate. Now, ZVZ, we know it comes down to build orders quite often. Do you think we're going to see like 12 hatch from anybody, or do you think we'll get aggressive play?
Still fit? I would be surprised to see a 12 hash, to be honest. I think we're going to see a 9 pool, probably 9 pool layer.
Okay.
Maybe Overgas.
Okay, I know Overgas. Seen that a lot of times lately.
By the way, do you know who love to play Overgas? Arjun.
Okay, well, hopefully he goes for that. I'd love to see how it plays out, but our players are ready. So let's get into game 2 of today. It is Action versus Jaedong on Sylphid. And in the red at the top, it is Jaedong. And in the bottom left in the blue, it is Action.
Okay, so looks like Jaedong with the first scout, and yeah. That also means that Arjun is going to know where Jaedong is, but he has no idea about the build. So, advantage for Jaedong at the moment.
Yeah, getting intel in ZVZ, such a huge advantage for that player. You can get a read on the build order, but also get a read on whether this guy's sneaking in drones, whereas the other player just has to make a guess. And one drone for several minutes can add up to a lot of resources, so I'm sure Jaedong will use that to his advantage. Right now we are waiting to see if anybody's going to build that 9 pool. I think they were approaching the 100 minerals.
Yeah.
There it is.
The fans. 9 pool for Jaedong. 9 pool for Action. And here's when it becomes interesting. Because Action doing 9 pool and getting scouted, he's probably going to be attacking. Maybe Jaedong can use this to sneak some Zerlings and put some defense for himself. And, you know, like, do the damage with a counter attack.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. He can just sneak 2 lings out on the map and counter, like you said, or he doesn't have to do that, but Action would still have to respect that there could be lings out onto the map. And we do have the gas wall up, as expected. Now with 9 pool, are you always rushing speed? Are you always rushing lair? Why would you choose one or the other?
I mean, if you're scouting your opponent first and you see that he's doing like the same build, you can abuse that and go there because he has no idea. Like he can actually like gamble and go there for himself, but that would be like strange. He's probably opening his speed.
Yep, and that's exactly.
No, never mind.
Oh wow.
Actually, he's starting there.
Yeah, and I did see that Jaedong had spent his 100 gas, and then I think he canceled it and went into the lair because of what you just said, where he can see what this guy is going for. So it is going to be lair versus lair. Jaedong has actually not snuck out a ling, but what he's done is he's used that additional or that scouting advantage to produce an extra drone. And of course, Action doesn't know that, so he has to leave 2 lings back in anticipation that a counterattack could be coming.
Not only that, he has like 2 workers in the gas as well. No mining enough gas. Look at the gas advantage for Jaedong.
Yeah, huge advantage. It's just a massive one. 1.5 mutas, that could be 4 Scourge. That is a big advantage for Jaedong right now, and didn't actually see the drone count, but I already know Jaedong's up at least 1. Looks like he's up probably 2.
Spy for Jaedong, Spy probably for Action as well.
Yep, Spire timing.
And here it goes interesting because Jaedong is close. I don't think Action is going to pull an expansion, but look at Jaedong making the hatchery inside the main.
Yeah, he's got that additional money for another hatchery, and I thought maybe Action could see it because of where it was placed, but doesn't seem to be the case. Now, Action has, 4 more Lings. If he was to build more Lings, maybe he could bust this. Okay, there he goes. He's built 2 more. Wonder if he'll try and actually bust.
Nyoken.
Yeah.
He's going for a bust. It's so hard to break these positions on Sylphid. I think this is now. It's now or never for Arjun, to be honest.
Oh my god. Are we seeing this correct? It was 6 versus 6. And Jaedong didn't lose a single Ling?
It's so crazy, like you say.
Dude, it was literally 6 versus 6, and he's gonna win almost 6 versus 12. Jaedong was building a colony, and he canceled it because he won that so easily.
Yeah, no, Omo got more Sterlings.
Well, this is going to be tough, defending your drones without speed, but he's managing it quite well. He lost 1 drone so far. He's going to lose. Oh my gosh, does he really save that drone? Are we serious? There's no way. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen better Ling defense. That was amazing.
Yeah. Now actually is in so much trouble. Two hatcheries for Jaedong, a lot of gas advantage. I don't really know like there is even a Sterlings to be aware of. I think Arjun is in a lot of troubles.
Yeah, I don't see how Action ever wins this game. Jaedong's still up workers. He's up Lings, clearly. He's got hatchery advantage, which means he has larva advantage. And now, I think the only thing Action can do is pray that he overwhelmingly wins the air fight. So I don't even hate the Spore. Maybe Jaedong gets too cocky, tries to fight under the Spore. That would be so crazy, but...
No, I think he's aiming for a counterattack.
Action? Oh yeah, he just wants to go for the counter? Okay.
But, I mean... I don't think Jaedong wants to do that. Like, he's in the leading position.
Yeah, I mean, he knows that this guy built a lot of Lings, and Jaedong lost nothing. And he knows that he's had drone advantage the entire time. So why does he have to attack? He can just sit here and wait.
Exactly. He can even use Sterlings to get information. So, like, he's not worried about he's not worried at all about going to Action base. He doesn't.
Wow.
Look at Action making more spores.
Yeah, and he also knows Action spent gas on speed, whereas Jaedong has not spent gas on speed, so he's always going to be at least up in mutas. But double Spore in the main.
Wait.
Well,
Jaedong is actually counter-attacking.
Yeah, he is going to come in here. I think it's fine because Lings are going to come in, but... Well, this is going to get awkward. Wow, he's actually retreating instead of committing to this. And this is what Action was looking for. Really, this is how it's going to go? He's going to lose all of his workers. Oh, actually, the Scourge pushed this back already.
Sterlings did do more damage than Action did with the mutas.
Uh-oh, interception. And Jaedong has more mutas, so he'll win this fight easily. Plus, he has Scourge.
He can split, one muta everywhere.
Well, that was good defense, eliminating the Scourge, but at some point you got to fight, and he just taps out GG, and that means Jaedong, he's going to take down Action, and that sets us up for a wild winners match with Jaedong facing off versus Shine.
Yeah, man, so solid. But like I mentioned, Sylphid, the kind of play that Action went for is so difficult because in this map in the entrance, each time you try to fight with your Sterlings, you are fighting against 2 Sterlings. So it's like, it's not even close to break that with the first Ling wave. Action, of course, he made way too many Sterlings, so eventually he got into the main, but not with good numbers.
Yeah, that engagement, I've never seen it be better. I don't think I've ever seen Lings trade that effectively, and it was perfectly executed by that man right there. And unfortunately, Action's all in betrayed him, and he's got a tough opponent in the losers match. The ASL champion is waiting for him. I think we are not going into a break yet, but Shine versus Jaedong. Who do you got here? You got the Jaedong, the killer right there, or do you think Shine could pull out another upset?
I mean, it's going to be hard to bet against Jaedong, but if you ask me before the match Royal against Shine, I will say the same. Like, it would be hard to bet against Royal, especially when the guy 3-0 the Shine last season. But yeah, and you know what? I'm not going to change prediction. I'm going with Jaedong.
I agree with the Jaedong prediction. Okay, I thought we had the Hot 6 commercial, but the banner at the bottom made me think that we were just going to go into a break. But yeah, I agree with that. I think Jaedong's a favorite there, but also Royal was a favorite there. Shine, very, very unorthodox player. Now, we did see Spores at the end of the action game. Do you think there's a chance we could get a long game in ZVZ, like a Spore-based game?
Well, it depends about what map, of course. Also, what kind of game we are getting, because, for example, if Jaedong is going 9-pool and Shine is going to play 12-pool expansion, there is a big chance we're going to see Spores. Or maybe there is a case that Shine feels so advantaged that he can make Spores to secure the game, or just like to be able to keep building advantage and being safe, and it's going to make a game longer. Or maybe he's like behind and need to make Spores. You know, there are many situations Ser can make Spores, or like what Arjun did at this base trade that didn't end working out. Yeah, man, like, you know, Shine is so dangerous. Shine is so dangerous. Like, I really hope Jaedong can advance first, because he's going to make this group so crazy.
Yeah, and Shine makes every group so crazy. Shine, if he gets knocked down by Jaedong here, we could have potential rematch of him versus Royal, and that would be an exciting matchup. I would love to see that, see if Royal can bounce back from his loss.
Oh, by the way, Nyoken, one question. Now, is it a best of 3 or best of 1?
Yeah, best of 3 now, so it's not going to be best of 1 anymore. Players, if they do lose, will have at least a chance to redeem themselves.
Okay, that also counts for the build orders. There's going to be probably different builds coming to us, the 3 different maps, or maybe 2, depending of the result, of course.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what maps are in the pool for the best of 3. Like, you know, in the previous rounds, we saw Dark Origin. We had a lot of bans, like banning out 7-6. I don't know if those same maps are like pickable or bannable, or exactly how that works, but I do hope we get that 7-6 map. That would be a crazy ZVZ, as we talked about earlier.
By the way, Nyoken, they are drinking this Hot 6.
Yeah.
Is this like equivalent of a Red Bull or something like that?
Yeah, it's just like an energy drink, just like you said, and it's got like a raspberry tint to it. I actually really liked it when I was in Korea. I tasted the white one on the left side. And we should be going into a break, so we'll be back in just a moment.
커세어 아니야? 내 생각에 커세어였던 것 같아.
right, we are back and we are getting into our winners match, which is going to be Shine versus Jaedong, a ZVZ. Shine already taking down Royal, and then Jaedong crushing Action just a moment ago.
Man, that break was so good. I never actually was so interested in watching a break.
Yeah, memory test. I've never played that game, but it looked quite fun. It was funny to watch the Terran players get to like level 10, level 15, level 17, and then just die before getting to the end.
Yeah. But anyway, back to business. Jaedong is Shine. It's a rematch from the last season. It's going to be so interesting. It's a best of 3 as well. What are the maps? Nemesis, Retro, Dark, Origin.
Yep, and at the bottom, bans were Vermeer for Jaedong and a ban of Heartbreak Ridge for Shine. So I guess at this particular match, there's no 7-6 because I didn't see it in the list, but at least we get some of the new ones with Retro and Dark Origin, and our players are ready. So let's get into our winners match. And in the top left, our brown Zerg, it is Jaedong. And in the bottom left, our yellow Zerg, it is Shine. Now, Nemesis, this is a 4-player map, pretty big map. We were talking about 9 pools and being aggressive and stuff. Is this a big enough map where 12 hatch is viable?
Yeah, it is. It's a 4-player map also, so a lot of gamble in this map is possible. But you know what? None of the players is scouting first.
Yeah, I see that. It looks like, unfortunately, both players are going to go the wrong direction. It's always curious to see the scout patterns to me, because we see Shine going bottom right, which does not intercept the natural. He's just going directly to the main, whereas Jaedong, he is going towards the natural. So I wonder if Shine is going to hook that Overlord towards the middle once he sees there's no Overlord coming at him, or if he'll continue to commit.
By the way, Nyoken, Overgas for who? Shine. Overgas for Shine. By the way, Nyoken, if you're playing against Jaedong, what are the chances you going to hash? Because I will have like 0.001.
Oh yeah, you don't think that's a good build versus Jaedong?
That guy is a master of 9 pool.
Yeah, he is. I think he's a master of everything, but that is true. I mean, he's definitely super deadly, and he does have the killer instinct, kill 9 pool you anytime he thinks that's going to be an instant victory. But how's this play out? This is the 12 pool versus the Overgas.
Yeah, man. In theory, yeah, like Jaedong is with the lead in this game, but there are a few things that comes to the game is that there is like a timing exploit for Shine in the early game. If he goes like straight to the hatchery now, not making settings, not making a speed, there is going to be this position where he can abuse his initial 6 mutas, build advantage from that, and you know, like kill a lot of drones from Jaedong and just starve him like that. Now I don't know if he's going to do that.
Yeah, he did just get his lair instantly, and he got speed, whereas Jaedong has skipped his lair. He is going to go speed, so we may actually have a game where we get some spore colonies, and that's exciting for me because I love to see ZVZ actually go into a mid or late game. But that means that Jaedong is going to have to do something with his larva. He's going to have to put some pressure on Shine.
Yeah, but Jaedong is going to be able to make a lot of Zerlings because, like I mentioned early on, Shine, the ideal play will be to go hatchery. He didn't. He actually went for layer speed, like you mentioned. And I mean, now like it's all about the scouting, but Jaedong can punish this with mass Zerlings.
Yeah, and he's going to have his hatchery up and running soon, so he'll be able to build that flood of lings that you're talking about. And the Overlord, I think, just saw the hatchery, so he knows the situation he's in. And Shine's going to attack right now. I think he's actually got a slight ling advantage right at this moment. Speed is also kicked in for him, whereas, okay, it has kicked in for Jaedong too. Can he find the angle, though?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there is a Serling in Shine base. Oh my god, Jaedong is not drone.
Yep, he lost a drone, but Shine did not lose a drone. However, we got an engagement here. He lost 3 out of the 4 drones that he pulled. So that was a great trade for Shine, but the problem now is, does he have enough lings to hold this incoming counterattack?
I don't know. He's making a sunken. By the way, the sunken is so exposed.
Yeah.
No, go.
I was going to say, yeah, that sunken looks very exposed, but you already pointed it out. So I don't think that's going to be great trades for him. I do like Shine's attack from the back, though. So I think he does have enough lings and the sunken to hold. Okay.
Yeah, I think Jaedong. Wait.
I think Shine holds here. Yeah, he's got enough lings. So that was a good hold from him. Now, Jaedong, like, I don't see a evolution chamber anywhere.
I think he made more drones. I think he made more drones, and now he's going to make evolution. But he's also counter-attacking again. So maybe that will avoid like Shine doing muta damage.
Yeah, maybe he'll be able to keep those mutas back, like you said. But that is cutting it razor thin, because that evolution chamber just now about to finish. The colony is about to morph into spores. So actually, this is fine for Jaedong, but I actually don't like his spore colony at his natural. It doesn't cover his mineral line. It doesn't cover the gas either. So he's going to have to build 4 spores at least to defend.
He needs one more spore. He's missing one more spore.
Yeah. Like, these mutas can just walk over there and kill those drones. But for now, he is, I guess, a little bit worried about these lings. So he's going to send his mutalist back and make sure he doesn't take any damage.
I would say I like Jaedong's position, to be honest. Like, I don't think these mutas are going to do any damage, and Jaedong can be aggressive here. Remember, the Shine is still in 1 hatchery.
Yeah, Shine is on 1 hatch, like you said, and that, even though those lings didn't kill, those lings didn't kill any drones. He did force a lot of lost mining. Yeah, but this is an interesting position, because now he has his 2nd hatch at a position that lings just can't get to. So I like that. That's clever. Oh, can't lose a muta.
I think Jaedong hold this well, man. Like, with 2 spores now, it's going to be so hard for Shine to really keep doing damage. Now Jaedong just need to be careful that he doesn't get like lings counter attack or anything like that, lose more drones.
Oh, that drone. Oh my gosh. The micro gets that drone. Nicely done.
Man, he was so close to save that drone, but no.
I actually like Shine's position, and the reason I say that is he has 5 mutas already out. Jaedong's only going to be able to build 3. And that hatchery, I just don't think Jaedong's ever going to be able to punish it. So he'll be able to drone there forever. Whereas Jaedong's natural just gets constantly picked off. We'll see, though. Mutas, can they find another kill in the main? Again, that's open drones. Goodbye. Oh, man.
I don't know. I feel like Jaedong can actually like even like counter attack again with serlings. Like I feel like Shine is playing with fire here.
Yeah, he's definitely obviously way out of position to defend the Mutalist. But look at this. He finds the Scourge being sent across the map. He already kills one of them. He may even get this Overlord, which is going to hurt and supply block Jaedong, in fact. He is going to kill it. And Jaedong just doesn't have like really anything that can punish Shine right now. These lings can't really help. He only has 6 of them, and he's supply blocked.
I don't know what Jaedong is doing, to be honest. Like, why he wasn't using the Scourge to distract the mutas from killing the Overlord.
Yeah,
no connection so far, but you know what? Like, I mean, Shine doesn't have that many drones either. Like the eco is not so crazy. Jaedong is now on 2 gases. You know what? I feel like Jaedong is not in a position really to be aggressive either. Like he only can defend. That's it.
Yeah, he's on the back foot.
What is that?
Oh, 2 Lings ran in, and there's no mutas, so these should actually get at least 1 kill. Okay, now the muta's gonna pop out, of course, right in the nick of time, and he still gets a drone though. Almost gets the second one.
Oh, Jaedong's counter-attack with the Zerlings. Not anymore. Oh my god. I don't know. Why he let these 2 Zerlings in the main, man? What? Oh my god, Jaedong is going crazy. The mutas are in the map now. And he's counter-attacking with Zerlings and scouting with the Scourge.
Oh, but wow, he doesn't even get it. Yeah, this is a Ling counterattack. This is nice, but mutas pop out at the right time. The one thing Jaedong does have going for him is, of course, those 4 spore colonies. That will obviously help quite a bit, but you can see Shine is droning up really nicely at his or at his expansion at mid left. He's got a lot of drones there already.
What about the Grace? How is Shine looking with the Grace? I didn't check that.
I don't think he has any upgrades right now, but he obviously has way more mutas. Is he going to jump on this spore? This could be what... Whoa! Where's Jaedong's mutas? Are those them at bottom right or mid right? Where are they?
I have no idea, Nyoken. Where are the mutas? Where are the Zerlings? There is one more spore. I don't think he's going to die.
Yeah, this is what Jaedong was waiting for. Is he was waiting for the engagement onto the mutas so he could just counterattack like this. And we have may have base trade scenario.
Nice. Jaedong killing most of the Shine Eco now and also counter-attacking with Zerling. He can even like focus on the Spire with all this army.
Yeah, I thought he was going to, but that would put him very committed. So actually, he's going to try and retreat, but he's so far back at bottom right. Oh, look at this control. Okay, he does connect one of them. Okay, it's not as many mutas as I thought, but that's going to allow Shine to intercept here. He's trying to get the angle. He's going to try and cut them off.
Yeah, 4 mutas. At the same time, Jaedong making time for himself. I don't know. It's so hard to say because how many drones are for China right now?
I think he still actually has quite a bit of mutas or of drones because he has mid left running. Like
5 drones looks like in the main.
Yeah, like
I think Jaedong Eco is like oh no wait, there are many drones in the natural for China.
Yeah, even though his main lost a lot of drones, it's mid left. Like he can't do anything about mid left. That's the problem. These Lings keep running in, but how do they ever get to mid left is the question. The Scourge and the mutas are what have to deal damage here, and Ling's gonna come in again, not gonna get any damage done, and now we see a pretty sizable lead for Shine. It's almost 50-30.
Yeah, but you know what? 3 spores, you can break that with only 11 mutas. That's impossible.
Open. We do have +1 armor for Shine, so he's got a massive upgrade advantage.
+1. Oh, there is +1. I still think it's gonna be pretty close with 3 spores and muta support. And it's going to be so hard with this group of mutas to break. No.
Yeah, I don't think he can break. That's too dangerous. But Shine could he just expand again? Like take his natural?
It's a possibility, but I mean, you know that the expansion from Shine is so close to Jaedong that he can actually snipe drones. That's so crazy.
Yeah, I think he just built another hatchery there at mid left. I would like to see him put down an evolution chamber. Oh, never mind. Those were mutas and Scourge. I think you should put down an evolution chamber, Shine, so you can start getting spores at mid left. Because, like you said, this base is so close. He has to always defend it. Oh man, he's gonna get a free 1 or 2 mutas right here.
You need to be careful. You can lose the free units like that right now, bro.
Yeah.
You need to be careful. You're in dangerous position. I still think that Jaedong Eco is still better than Shine.
Might be slightly better. I think Jaedong's about to hide a base at mid right actually. But Scourge is...
Oh, Nyoken.
Are you serious? He just saw it. Well, he saw the drone. I don't know if he saw it, though. Oh, Was he paying attention?
Oh my god. Did he actually miss that?
I think he was just patrolling back and forth, and his Scourge like ran directly over it and probably didn't see the color.
By the way, expansion now in the natural for Shine. But that's problematic, because if Shine actually missed that expansion from Jaedong, he believed that he's ahead the whole time.
Holy.
He can't even commit. Oh, what is going on?
Yeah, and then we have a big Muta battle right here, and Shine has +2 armor, so that's a big advantage. Jaedong just with just +1 armor, but if mid right,
was fighting.
Yeah, I think he was trying to pick off drones, but then got caught.
Okay. I mean, as long as Shine doesn't scout the hatchery, the game is going to be so interesting. This is probably the longest CBC we have seen so far.
Yeah, you almost never get ZVZs like this. Neither player going into any type of other tech either. It's just mutas. There's no hive, no hydroden, no anything, and that Scourge not gonna get a mutalist kill. Now the Scourge is gonna find mid right, but because he doesn't have any spores, I don't know if he can actually send anything over there to kill it, because that's just gonna open up his expansion at mid left.
Totally, but at the same time, it's not like Jaedong is punishing these moments, to be honest. Like there was a moment Shine was in the Jaedong natural attacking with drones. That's the moment you want to use to attack the mutas from your opponent.
Yeah, so far not willing to risk a move like that, but we do have Lings moving across, and he can start knocking down those eggs. Gonna take them a while though, but you can see at mid right there's no vision of the assimilator, so he won't know what's going on unless there are mutas or Scourge hanging around there, and they are just barely gonna miss the Lings.
Oh, did he? I think he saw the Lings. Never mind.
I think he missed it. Yeah, so he has no idea, and meanwhile that is another hatch for Jaedong in his main. That is just so many mutas for Shine. Somehow a Scourge connected onto that, but he's still fine. He's almost up 30 supply, 90 to 62.
Oh my god. This game, man, I think the Sterlings are going to kill the base.
I think they are also. Jaedong still hasn't realized.
By the way, Nyoken, was that really a hatchery or it was a quickness?
Yeah, it's a hatchery in Jaedong's base up there.
Oh, it's a hatchery, you're right.
So this is a ton of hatches. Like, is he just trying to overrun with mutiling? I mean, he has to. I don't see hydrogen or anything.
Yeah, because if you check out the gas, he's like, it's not
oh, no.
1,000. So he's like looking for larvas to produce.
Yeah, and this could be the mistake that Jaedong's waiting for. This is 5 spores. Yeah, that's a smart move from Shine there. No reason to even attempt that. And Jaedong is going to counterattack the natural.
Oh!
That's good connections. It gets a decent amount of mutas, but Lings are in mid-right. That means that this base is shut down. The natural is going to get shut down for Shine, though.
Oh my god, the game's so chaotic right now. Can Jaedong punish now the ego from Shine with the mutas?
Yep, he's going to try, but
no,
there's just so many mutas. It's 2-1 upgrades.
Oh no!
Man. Okay, well that's a decent trade for both sides. Gets a lot of mutas. Oh,
but
he's
he saved the expansion.
Yeah, he saved mid right, but look how many mutas Shine has. I think he can even send mutas to the right side and still hold his mid left.
Yeah, but he doesn't really know how many mutas Jaedong has. Like,
yeah.
If he does a move like that and then gets scouts like lacking, wow.
Yeah, and actually, instead of countering the left side, okay, we're going to have an interception in the middle of the map. This is going to be a huge muta battle. Shine, he knew that the mutas were coming. That's why he sent to the middle of the map. Now he's sending his reinforcements back to engage onto this army, and if there is an engagement, he will overwhelmingly win this fight easily. But he may lose his natural, but Jaedong should lose his third base also.
Yeah, Shine losing the natural, I mean, Jaedong is still in 3 hatcheries. Like, Eco is still going for him. I can't believe Jaedong is still trying to save the suspension, to be honest. What is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just down so many mutas. He can't take these fights.
Oh, nice interception, Nyoken.
Yeah, it's a good interception here, but just look how many mutas there are. There's just so many.
Oh man. You know what's funny? I saw Jaedong sending 3 drones. Like, he's willing to make spores and hatchery again, or
I think
maybe just like.
Yeah, I think so. He's got his hatchery going back up at mid-right. Jaedong's countering the natural with mutas because he needs to kill that hatchery. Oh, Lings.
Sending the natural. Sending the natural Nyoken killing 2 spores.
Yeah.
And mutas killing the suspension.
Yeah, and Shine is actually going to go for the main. I think he easily wins this fight. It's only 3 spores. All the mutas are out of position for Jaedong. Wow, look how fast that died. Goodbye. And Shine is moments away from putting a point on the board.
Oh my god. They going crazy.
Okay, we've got a weird scenario where Shine's about to lose his main and mid-left. Shine has a lot of money.
I don't think Shine can kill the natural, but what is going on, Nyoken?
I don't know. Shine's about to not be mining. He does have a ton of money though, 1,500 minerals, but he just lost basically everything. I guess mid-left is still running. We're gonna have a muta interception, and I think Jaedong wins that fight if he turns around.
Yeah, but there are some score chasing as well. Remember, it's 2-1 against, I don't know what a Jaedong Grace is. 2-1 also? Okay. It's the equal to Grace.
Yeah, mid-left. Is that getting shut down by mutas? Okay, it is. But I think the supply gap is just too huge. Actually, Lings are killing the main. Well, for now they are. And all Shine has to do is stabilize. He's just got so many more mutas. He's got larva advantage. He's just needs to stabilize, really.
Oh my god, Jaedong microing against that scores. Nyoken, 3 hatcheries. I think Shine Eco is still worse than Jaedong's Eco, but the muta numbers are crazy. The grays are crazy. I don't think like Jaedong can hold anymore.
I don't think he can either, but if he does attack into these 4 sunk, okay, just 3. Well, now the game's going to end one way or the other. Either Jaedong's going to eliminate with these Lings counterattack, or it's going to be Shine eliminating with the mass mutas. And there's just way too many mutas here. Goodbye natural. And we should see the GG any moment now. It's 75 supply to just 20. However, that was a big drop, but there's just no answer to all of these mutas.
There are no more spores in the main Nyoken. There is no, GG. And Shine, I don't know how he did it, but he's the first guy to get. Wait, it's a best of 3. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it is best of 3, so Jaedong not out yet, but what a great win from Shine there. That was clutch play. Loved his mutas and loved that mid-left expansion. I think that was a smart base to take.
Oh man, I was already making a movie in my head, like how heartbreaking is this? But no, there is still hope, Nyoken. There is still hope.
Yeah, there is still hope for Jaedong fans that he can bring it back in this best of 3, but Shine proving that he is a big threat in this group. You know, going in, I thought for sure it's definitely going to be Royal getting out, but now Royal's already on the chopping block, and Shine is just 1 game away from being our first round of 8 finalists.
By the way, I think Jaedong is probably not so happy about that game. I think he made like some major mistakes, uncharacteristic mistakes from him. Like, the most interesting about this game is like, even if he was like so behind, he was still like, able to make it super chaotic that at some point we're like, wait, like he's actually like going to win this? But no, in the end the numbers were too crazy for Shine. But I mean, if Jaedong is like just able to collect himself and not make this like a major mistake he's doing, and like I have no doubt he's probably going to win this series.
Yeah, I still got hope in Mr. Jaedong right there. I think, like you said, just collect himself. Don't tilt off. He'll be fine going into game 2 and game 3. I think our second map is retro, and I don't think we've seen a single Zerg versus Zerg on this map. And this is another big map. We've got bases that are quite far away, so we could have a 12 hatch. We'll see though as we get into game 2. Right, in the bottom left, our brown Zerg, the one and only, it's Jaedong. And in the bottom right, one game away, it is Shine.
First scout for Shine, Nyoken, and first scout for Jaedong, so they're going to meet each other.
And again, it's that weird scouting pattern from Shine going directly towards the main, whereas Jaedong going for the natural scout. Now, you, of course, you're a Zerg expert. What's the reasoning for Shine's scout pattern? Because, you know, I would assume that normally you would go directly towards the natural, but that's not the case.
Usually when you do this is to do 12 hash. I don't know if it's going to be the case, because if I'm not mistaken, he's going. Wait, he's doing 9 pull.
Yeah. He's 9 pulling before even seeing the Overlord in the center, so...
9 pull against 9 pull, Nyoken.
Yep, 9 pull versus 9 pull, and that means we're probably going to have gas coming up for both sides in just a second.
Oh my god. It's kind of like similar to Jaedong against Arjun. But yeah, they don't really know what's going on still.
Yeah, and we did see Jaedong with the big drone flood after the 9 pull, and obviously Shine was watching that game, so he's aware of that. He's going to know to keep his eyes peeled to make sure that this guy doesn't sneak in an extra drone or not. There is the...
You know what is interesting is that maybe Jaedong can assume that Shine is like not doing a 9 pull with this kind of scouting.
Yeah, that's what you would be thinking, right? If you're doing this scout pattern just to 12 hatch, you would anticipate, okay, well, it's going to be the 12 hatch, but now maybe that they intercepted, maybe he put it in or transitioned into 12 pull. I'm sure he'll be a little bit surprised to see
Lair first.
Lair versus, okay, Lair versus Lair. Oh, okay. I haven't played retro, so when I saw those lings go to the north side, I thought he was trying to hide something, but actually that's just where the ramp is. And this time around, look at that. Jaedong actually... Okay, I thought he was moving out on the map, but I guess not. He's putting them in an interesting position.
Yeah, Shine is being the aggressor here. I don't think he's going to accomplish too much because lead numbers are equal.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have a good trade. I like that. I like this positioning from Jaedong though. I was wondering, it's like, okay, why is he putting it there? And I think it was just because, you know, Shine may not be looking at that particular spot.
Wow, he actually closed Jaedong. Yeah, indeed, he didn't make more Zerglings.
Okay, he made more lings. He's got that lower ground ramp arc, and meanwhile, I guess Jaedong did try and sneak in a ling, or sneak in a drone, I mean.
Spy for Jaedong. Spy probably for Shine.
What just happened? Did the audio just cut? Do you hear audio?
There is no audio. You're right. I don't hear any audio. Solid defense so far by Jaedong. I mean, he's just holding his ramp, but I mean, maybe Chan can exploit this and make a hatchery for himself.
Yeah, I think he could just put the hatch down, like you said. The spire is about 75% done. Oh, there's the hatch in Jaedong's main. Unfortunately, guys, it seems
Nyoken, how many serlings will you say there are in Shine's ramp? Like, they're not showing it.
Oh, 4? I think there's 4 at Shine's ramp. So 14 lings total. This looks slightly less than what Action went for. I think he's just trying to power right now.
But he's missing one hatchery.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here because he's going to, of course, be down larva. But it seems like he's actually up gas, right? Did Jaedong build any mutas just yet? Oh, he did. Okay.
I mean, how Jaedong is doing this anyway? Because he's up one hatchery. Oh, maybe less serlings, but well, yeah, good advantage for Jaedong, man.
Yep, I'm liking Jaedong's position. First few mutas are out. He's up workers. He's got the larva advantage, obviously, and the hatch advantage. And now the onus is on Shine to make something.
For that overlord.
Do you like that? It's so far away. He could get counterattacked instantly.
God, Nyoken. Wait, he's trying to fight the mutants? Making me nervous, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, remember there are 2 hatcheries, Nyoken. It's a lot of larva and gas. Not gas, a lot of larva to use. So he can actually punish this in the early game. So he's probably looking for a fight.
Yep, he is looking for a fight. And Shine is actually trying to take his natural. I don't know if this is going to be successful. This is going to be really tough to hold, especially since he's bleeding off a few lings here and there.
Oh my god. That's 7 mutas, 2 scores, probably making more scores. Here goes with the timing. Serlings. Like you mentioned, there are not enough serlings for Shine. And he has to take care of the mutas. His mutas can focus on the serlings.
Yep, here we go. The big engagement. Jaedong's up supply. Is he up mutas? Is that 7? No, okay, it's 8 versus 8 plus Scourge. Okay, I don't think Shine can hold this. I think Shine is just going to lose his natural. And Jaedong can just walk away after he kills the natural. Okay, or he can pick off some more drones. That's fine too.
I mean, yeah, I think he's winning, man. Like, another connection with the scores. Wait. Okay. So Coulter attack!
Yeah, I didn't even see that. 2 lings get into the main of Jaedong, and he killed like 3 drones or so. That's a good trade. But the problem is Jaedong's still up 8 supply. I don't think he lost any mutas in that engagement. Well,
he lose drones, Nyoken. He lose drones and gas mining.
Yeah, but look at the drone count for Shine. He's only got 4 mining minerals, whereas Jaedong right now has 5. So despite losing a decent amount of drones in that attack, he's still even in workers. I did notice +1 weapon on Shine's mutas though.
Oh, there is a +1?
Yeah, on the weapon, not air or not armor.
Oh my god. And some of the Jaedong mutas were in red, like almost close to die when he was trying to escape Shine's base. So, I mean, like what Jaedong right now on 3 hatcheries, expansion going for him. I don't think he has the resources to make a Strato right now. Oh, never mind, he's doing it. I don't really know if he can afford it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. We do have, what was that again, 8 mutas or so? Okay, there's 9 there for Jaedong, so I think slight lead or even amount of mutas, and we are going to have a big attack. Nope, actually going to back off. But Shine, he's got to do something now, man. He's already down 1 hatch. He's about to be down 2 hatches. Mutas come into the main.
Nyoken.
Ooh, that's great. You get an overlord too? Uh-oh. He's just forcing the fight.
Oh my god. Now Shine is trapped.
Yeah.
You see?
Well, I thought he was trapped. A Scourge connects. He kills another drone, though. Okay, Scourge connects.
Oh my god, he got me. Oh.
Yeah, but how does he win? Oh, another connection. Like, those are great trades for Shine, but unfortunately, he's caught here, and I don't think you can win this fight. We'll see, though. That's great micro from both sides. 8 versus 3. Okay, never mind.
Oh, my God.
Over.
They don't want that.
Yeah, overwhelming victory, and there's the GG coming out from Shine. So we've got a tied series.
Oh my God, that's so stressful. I'm leaving this game. I'm moving my head with the headset like I'm the player here. What the hell?
Yeah. Well, where do you think it went wrong for Shine? Like, did he build too many lanes?
I don't know exactly what went wrong with him, but Jaedong is doing this magic that he's building a hatchery, and he also made a +1 attack. But I mean, even before that, it was probably like he made way too many serlings, and Jaedong, I think he opened 6 serlings, made drones, and then add a round of serlings and just hold the ramp. That was the reason like he retreated so fast. It's like I have no chance because the other guy is making too many serlings.
Yeah, could have been the case, but nice response from Jaedong this game. He strikes back and brings the score back to 1-1. Our next map is going to be Dark Origin, which is going to be a 2-player map. And that's going to create an interesting dynamic for ZVZ since both players are obviously going to scout each other first.
What has been the openings so far? It's been 12 pool against Overgas, 9 pool against 9 pool. Someone is probably going to repeat 9 pool now, or maybe just like go safe with the 12 pool. Like, I mean, 1 game from qualification, 12 hatchery. It sounds good to me, to be honest. You can risk it all, but I mean, it's Shine, man. How do you do a 12 hash against Shine?
Yeah, I don't know. And also, Dark Origin has that building at the back of your natural that you can actually knock down. So, you know, there's potentially 2 ramps you have to worry about if somebody builds a lot of lings. So that could also be coming into play here if either player wants to flood lings like we know Shine did on Nemesis versus Queen. But our third game is ready, and we're going to find out who's getting into the round of 8. Is it going to be Jaedong or Shine? And in the bottom right, our brown Zerg, it is Jaedong. Meanwhile, in the top left, our yellow Zerg, it is Shine.
Okay. Well, it's 2 players map. They are going to scout each other. What matters the most here is the build. And if the build is equal, then what matters the most is the lean number. And if that is equal, then we will focus on the mutants.
Oh, what's this?
It's a Proxy hatchery, I believe.
A Proxy hatchery on a 2-player map. Of all maps to go for this seems like not the one. I just like, okay, I guess the Overlord is really slow. It's going to take a long time to figure out what's going on. But I got to say, I was not expecting this at all. So this is what, going to be 999 with the Proxy hatch?
Yeah. I mean, he's like, he can jump that drone, right?
Oh, is that what he's doing? He's opening up the back door?
What is going on?
I don't know. You never know with Shine, man.
Okay, so he's going to make a drone and then get out these minerals, I guess.
I guess so.
Because I was like, no, it's 64 drones, so he doesn't have he can't get that with that 1 drone. But you know what? The Jaedong is here doing a 12 pool. It's going to be a long time for him to scout this. This is dangerous.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to know what the heck is going on when his Overlord gets over there. And we do have the 12 pool into the 12 hatch. and I don't see any Overlord pathing over in that direction, so he still has no idea what's going on. Meanwhile, Shine is obviously super all in with this. This has to be a game-winning move. There's going to be no transition out of this, and maybe he can do it. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to play out in terms of like how many lings he'll have relative to Jaedong, but I'm expecting him to have maybe like 2 or 4 additional ones when he finally attempts to bust the natural.
No, but I see the play here for Shine is try to hide it as making like he's doing an overcast. And then when Jaedong is scouting this, he's not going to make as many serlings as he should, but he's actually like, you know, Shine is making a Proxy hatchery, building serlings from that, accumulating an advantage.
Yep, and we do have lings moving across for Jaedong. Right now, he only has 4, so to me, seems like he skimped on lings, but this time around, I guess he didn't. You can see he's even banking up larva right now because he wants to know what is this guy doing before he actually decides on building a drone or not. And look at this. Now, I was not expecting a drone to get built, but he is going to mine out those minerals in the back, and because he has a drone there, he could combo this with a sunken push.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned when he made the hatchery in that position. It's like he can make the drone and get out the minerals. But, I mean, Jaedong is scouting everything. He knows there is a Proxy hatchery.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows the guy is doing certainly all in. But what he doesn't know is where to put the defense.
Yeah, he's got to hold his ramp. He can't just hold. He can't put only D here. Okay, he's going to build a sunken. I think that's fine. You need to just build as much stuff as possible. But look at this timing. He's going to hit the front and from behind at the same time.
Oh my god, can you actually do this?
I think it's too many lings. Okay. Shine syncs up his lings. Yeah, it looks like it's just way too many lings for Jaedong. And if he holds, this game is just, it's kind of just over at this point unless lings can make some magic happen. He even got a drone kill in Shine's main.
Yeah, man, I think this is it. Like, what can you do? Like, now Jaedong actually figure out, yeah, there is a hatchery in the back of my base. Hello?
Yeah, he walked in there and just popped that, or attempted to pop the drone.
Oh? You don't want to lose serlings.
He's building another sunken. Okay. Well,
no, that sunken is not in range to cover the ramp.
Yeah, they've done a actual good job by not allowing static D to cover both ramps. That, I think that's a nice intricacy here, is if somebody comes up with a clever move like this, they should be rewarded. And we do have a ling flood at the front.
There is no way.
Yeah,
there is no way.
There's no way. There's just not enough lings for Shine. It was a good idea, but this is only half of the lings for Jaedong, and you can see how easily he held it. And look at the sigh of relief from Jaedong right there. He knows he won it, and that means he is going to make it out 2-1 out of Group A.
Oh man, so good. Jaedong in the next round. Very clean CBC. Very clean. I mean, the first one not so clean, but I mean, a solid victory right here, Nyoken.
Yeah, that was a great win, especially versus a weird build. You could tell he knew that there was a proxy hatch, but you know, it's always a dangerous situation when you find it like right when Zerg is about to have speed kick in. And it was a nice hold from him. I didn't think the sunken was actually going to be that effective, but it ended up dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, I don't understand, like, I mean, Shines is a way better player than me, but I have seen so far these 2 games that he tried the 9 hatchery, and like, he actually, like, he just showed he's doing 9 hatchery. Instead, like, the power of the 9 hatchery is that you try to make your opponent think you're doing something else. That's the power of it. And then you come with a lot of serlings, and it's like, Jesus, where are the many serlings coming from?
Yeah, it was a cute idea, but can't fool Jaedong. He knew exactly what was going on, and I like how he banked the larva before making a decision. Or he scouted and banked larva and then made a decision on whether he wanted to build more drones or more lings, and it was very smart of him because obviously he needed the lings.
Yeah.
Well, that sets us up for Shine in the winners in the deciders match. We're going to be going into Royal versus Action pretty soon. What are your thoughts on that particular match?
Oh man, it's a best of 3 as well. Loser match.
Yeah, it's best of 3. Everything's best of 3 except for the first 2 games of the day. So.
Yeah, okay. You mentioned it. Actually, it's super strong in Zerg versus Terran. A late game is super crazy. I think what can Royal abuse is like the early game. If the game gets to late game situation, Royal is going to need to work really hard for his victory. But I mean, I'm still giving to him the credit that he's the ASL champion and probably in theory, the best player in this group. So I'm going to give him like my vote that he's going to win.
Yeah, I think it will be tough for Royal, but he's maybe a slight favorite versus Action. It would be very disappointing for him to be the champion and then he gets the group that he wanted. He said he wanted all Zergs. He gets that group and then he gets eliminated in the round of 16. That would just be a very disappointing showing for Royal. So I'm sure he's going to give all that he's got versus Action. And Action, of course, going to do the same thing. He definitely doesn't want to lose to Royal again. He lost to him last season, like I said, on the Vermeer. I loved his build order until the third base was taken. And I know he wants to get revenge.
Well, it's not the first time that the ESL champion loses in the next season. It's not going to be the first or the last. And yeah, it's true. He built this group, but I mean, he built a group with some great players. It's not like yeah, I picked these players and I'm going to win easy. I don't think it's like that. It doesn't work like that. Except if you are Flash, because Flash actually is a master of doing this. Like he builds his ideal group and then advance to the next round easy. Like it's comedy. So
yeah.
But yeah, a lot of pressure for Royal, I guess.
Yep. We'll see if he can overcome that pressure or if we'll have another ZVZ waiting in the deciders match. Shine has proven that he's got what it takes. 1 game away from taking it versus Jaedong. Obviously, he did well versus Royal earlier, and you never know with Shine. He's just always a scary opponent. And like you said, he has nothing to lose, right? He's not expected to make it out, so it could put additional pressure on whoever comes out of the losers match.
I mean, I'm thinking here, imagine what he did on Silphid. Imagine a map like Dark Origin. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, that would be nuts. That would be absolutely crazy. I would like to see him do that Muta Lurker play again. I thought that was fantastic, but I have a feeling that's not going to happen 2 games in a row, obviously. And that's, of course, if Royal makes it out. Because he's got.
That's the difference of Flash and everyone else. I remember watching Flash. Like, do you see all these Terrans, like... Are we going to a break?
I think they're about to wrap it up, yeah.
Yeah. Do you see all these Terrans like freaking out and Flash is like, I'm just going to make a bunker in my base.
Yeah. He knows everything, man. Like he watches tutorial videos. Half the time he's saying like just chill, it's okay. I'm Terran, so I'm gonna win, and he makes it look so easy. But when you try to do it yourself, definitely not as easy as it seems. And he's always talking about how you don't need that high APM, you only need like 200. But whenever there's like crisis mode, his APM spikes to like 350. I always enjoy that.
I really remember that. That was a TVP tutorial, right? Like the guy has like this in the main, Silos in the national. He's like, don't freak out, and he's just like clean every time. Like, what?
Yeah, what do you mean don't freak out? Like, this is a zealot, man. It doesn't die very easily. He's so crazy. He's so crazy.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
All right, guys. Well, we should be going into a break in just a second. Oh, I guess we've got the Ask ASL promotion, which is if you've got a question for the players, you just post it on the ASL channel, and then potentially your question will get asked to the players. And a lot of times, they have like a gift that you could win if you do that. I didn't actually see if there was a gift in that particular promotion right there. And what is this?
A jacket from Jaedong and Barracks?
Yeah, it looks like from March 22nd to March 28th, you can potentially buy a uniform or a jacket if you go to the Shop Afrika TV site. So definitely consider doing that. And now I think we're going into a break, and I'm going to try and see if the audio is fixed. So if you see me cut out, that's what I'm doing. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we are back. We've got Royal versus Action coming up. I tried seeing if I could get the Korean audio working on the Korean stream, but they're about a minute ahead, so it wouldn't have been synced up. So I guess we're just going to have to deal with no audio for now, which is a bit unfortunate, but we'll just have to make do.
I mean, you can play... if you want, you can play some StarCraft OST, like very low, just to at least put some StarCraft sound to this.
Okay, well, I guess I'll consider that in the last series because I don't have that set up right now. But I ended up asking Cruiser, he runs the StarCast channel, and he said even the Korean stream is having some audio issues, so I don't even know if that would have resolved it. So we getting a look at our maps. Dark Origin, first map, Retro again. That's nice. Nemesis, and we had another Heartbreak Ridge ban, and then no shocker to see 7-6 banned.
Oh, so 76 is also in the mix.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess last series neither player vetoed that, which would have made for a very cool ZVZ, so I'm a bit sad that that didn't get through. But we do have another Dark Origin game, and our players are ready, so let's get into game one of Royal versus Action. Okay, in the bottom right, our Terran player, it is Royal. And in the top left, we have the one and only, it is Action.
Yeah, to play this map. You know, so far I don't really like this map, especially after seeing Stomach getting eliminated on it.
But you should have liked watching Action kill Mini. You remember that? He Hydra busted him?
Yeah, man, but I feel like maybe my brain is like it actually like did more damage. I mean, like getting Soma out, like just like winning against Mini.
You were really hoping that Mini would make it through, or no?
I want Soma to win the ASL. I think he deserved it. It's a shame he didn't win yet.
Well, I'm sure he'll win at some point. Soma's very good. He's improved his skill, immensely in the past 3 years. And we do have a wall opener. Now, you talked about how Royal was playing 2-port Wraith on stream. When you do walls like this could be a 1-base Wraith play. This is often a follow-up to this particular wall.
Man, Royal is so unpredictable that, I mean, he can even do like a Proxy factory. But yeah, usually you get the grace from this kind of play. What is your take? Do you like grace on this map?
I think Wraiths can be viable on almost any map if you're good with them. If you're somebody like Leda who can control the race, then I love it. But if you're me, hell no, I don't like it. I don't think Wraith is the play style for me. And we actually don't see Race this time. I'm surprised that there was no gas with a wall like this.
I'm super surprised with this Nyoken, because to complete this wall you need to make a second supply, right? Is he going to do that? Because that opens to Mutas do more damage, is what I mean.
Yeah, that is true. I guess he is skipping the supply, and he's actually built a command center on the high ground. Now this is interesting. Like Action's going to come in here and see, okay, you didn't take your natural man, so that must mean that you did some type of tech build. And I remember players mentioning that Firebat Hero was somebody that did this a lot of mind games from him. And this is going to be a big mind game from Royal, and this is going to cause Action to probably put down a Sunken, put down maybe even a Hydra Den for a 1/1/1 that's never coming. So this is already a really good opener, I think, from Royal.
Yeah. I sometimes I hate it. Like you never scout the CC. You even need to make a Sunken because like he's doing now, panic Sunken. And then let the guy just like fly the CC, and it's just a normal expansion. You waste all these resources.
Well, Sunken coming up, and we do have Lair coming in. Obviously, those Lings, I don't know if they're actually going to try and open this up. That would be very scary, but he is at least positioning over there because you can jump, I'm sure, an SCV and Vulture in. The Overlord got into a pretty cute spot, so it can see SCVs being transferred down, so that's nice.
No, I think by now he figures out that wait, now he's going to see the SCVs now. So it's like, Jesus, I've been freaking out all this time and the guy is just spending.
Yep, and we do have the expansion up and running now, And somebody suggested putting the Terran theme or some Terran music like you said earlier, Eonzerg. So I'm going to turn it on and we'll see how it goes.
Man, honestly, I feel hurt, Nyoken. I say it first, and now you hear the guy. Like, why?
Yeah. Well,
I'm
because
casting with you every fucking... Oh, sorry about that. I've been casting with you every... Oh, wait. Lotus Sun is coming to Royal Nyoken.
Yeah, this is a big Ling flood. He wanted to catch the vulture that never existed, and smartly, Royal puts down a bunker instantly to try and defend this, and he is going to defend this easily. So well done there. And in his main, is that 3 racks or what is that? Okay, that's an eBay.
Yeah, man, there are medics, bunker, fireballs. Like, these sellings don't stand a chance, to be honest. Funny enough,
ooh, he gets in.
Is committing.
Well, if you build this amount of Lings, I think you got to get some damage done. So he's going to try and make something happen here. He does kill, what, 2 Marines, an SCV, and he's just being annoying. He's buying time, and this can be quite annoying for Terran. You mess up your turret timing. Maybe you forget range, which is obviously very important.
Oh man, if it was me, like I would be already like so dead, like forgot turrets, forgot upgrades, forgot range. I don't know how many things I will forget with these Lings run by.
Yep, and Lings tried to shut down that turret. That's not going to get shut down. Oh, he needs to repair that though. Mutas are already here. And he actually didn't, so that's probably just going to flat out die. Yep, goodbye. And these Marines don't have range, like I said. They do have stim, but I don't think Mutas necessarily care about stim if you don't have range. And this is a lot of damage.
Nyoken, I don't see a tier hatchery. Did you see a tier? No, with that many servings there can be a tier hatchery. And this really wasn't a 12 pool opening. That means that action mutant numbers are not going to be so crazy as it was with Shine.
Oh, Action's in a really nice spot right now. He can pick off SCVs, Marines funnel in. He sees range isn't done, so he's not scared of these Marines at all. He needs to be careful to not run in too close though. He finds straggler Marines. This is great damage. And like you said, the one issue for Action is he doesn't have a third hatch, but he's killing a lot of Marines and SCVs right now. Gotta get out of there, man.
Nyoken, he loses a lot of mutants, Nyoken. Ooh.
Yeah, he did, and 4 of them are pretty damaged now, so he's gonna have to back off. And you can see he's got his rally point just at Terran's base, so he's committed to this. He's actually up supply, but I still think Terran's position is decent.
Yeah, because when Royal start to build SCVs, and I mean like Marines are so cheap that wait a minute, this I should commit him, man. He's going to repeat the move.
Yeah, he knows that the Marine count was whittled down. There's no turrets in this spot. This might be over, Eonzerg. Like, this is such a hard position for Terran to deal with, especially with only 2 racks production. If he kills the Academy, then Terran can't even build medics anymore.
Nyoken, the mutants are so red.
They are red, but he's still got 7 of them. There's only 3 Marines. He cancels the factory.
Well, so far, good damage. I don't know if it's going to...
Oh, that hero turret gets a kill with just a single shot.
It's still a big commitment, Nyoken. It's a big commitment, not tier base. This is all Arjun has.
Yeah, that is true. He needs to definitely get a third base run. And look at this. He puts down a Hydra Den without a third base. Is he going to channel his inner shine also? Are we going to have a drop?
Oh, dude. I don't know, man. There is a drone inside the Terra Natural, so I don't know.
Well, we've got mutas on the turrets at the natural, and...
+1 is done, Nyoken. He can now 2 shots the turrets.
Yep, he'll blow them up instantly. And Royal is scrambling to get into good positions with his Marines, but there really just doesn't seem to be a great position at the natural. Now, that is an amazing repair. That looks easy to do, but it really is not. But that does open up the SCV line. Oh, miss rally right there. Goodbye, Muta.
That +1. You know what? I think Royal at some point is going to leave this expansion. I don't think he can defend this.
I don't think so either. I think with 2 racks production, it's not enough. If he had 3, okay, maybe. But 2, that's really hard. And Action's just going to sit here all day because he knows that the factory was canceled. So there's no chance for Valkyries anytime soon. This is just insane damage. And this 2 racks opener that Royal's going for just isn't working out at all.
Muta's are so red. Nyoken. Arjun is stealing on 2 gases. No tier hatchery, nothing. I mean, I see some hydras. Maybe lurkers are coming. Oh, wait a minute. That is a hive.
Yep, hive. So no shine drop this time. It's funny is if we look at the main of Royal right now, there's no vision at the top side of his base. So a drop would have worked again.
Nyoken, Mutas are going down.
Yeah, Mutas have taken a lot of damage now. And now finally Royal's going to push this back. He does scan at least the natural. I'm sure he scanned the main also, so he should know that Hive is coming. And that means that this starport probably going to be for vessels.
Oh, no way!
Yep.
He's taking out the minerals, and he's going to use the lurkers in that way.
Yeah, but how many times do you have to mine it out? It seemed like Shine mined it like 3 or 4 times before he was able to get rid of it. So I'm not sure if this will actually be mined out in time, but we'll see. Lurkers are done, so he's going to set up a contain for now. Well, I think he is.
Royal, what are you doing?
That was good control. I thought he was going to lose the lurker, but good control there. And yeah, he's going to continue to long distance mine that position. And the game has become so crazy. Royal easily may forget that that's a strategy on this map.
No way, that's not kind of going. Nyoken?
He's bunkering up.
He's definitely he's making one more bunker. He's like, but you know what? The fighter is the fighter mode is in the way. Like he can't really allow the third player to contain like this.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get contained as Terran. It's going to be so hard to break out. I think he just now started building tanks, so it's going to be a while before he even has a tank. And that means that this 2-hatch Defiler bus really could work. Also, Royal's gas starved. He hasn't even taken his gas yet at his natural, just now building the refinery. What are these SCVs doing? What? Oh, he's transferring to his natural because it's undersaturated. That's a lot of lurkers.
I think he needs to decide if he wants to go vessels or siege tanks. He can do both right now.
Yuta's getting more marine kills, man. Where's the vessel? There it is, finally. But he needs more than just one. I think he's dead. Like, when you face lurker defiler push like this, if you don't have enough vessels, you gotta have 5 tanks to try and at least pop lurkers as they move across Dark Swarm before they burrow. And that's just not the case. We don't even have a single tank yet. So Royal may just get busted.
Yeah, I think that the Swarm the natural is going to decide this game.
I gotta be honest, I don't know what's going on here because he's pulled 6 SCVs again to his natural, but he's undersaturated. Oh, he's just giving it up. He's gonna try and go for a counterattack and try and win here with his Marine Medic because he knows that he can't hold this push. Look at this. The Mutas are gonna come over and say, no, sir, you're not getting out.
Oh, man. Great game by Arjun. He actually controlled this map to perfection.
Well, now what do you do as Terran? The lurkers are on your ramp now. You can't get back in, and that's it. GG. That means that Action is going to go up 1-0 versus our champion.
Yeah, Action is looking good. I thought he would be in troubles with that 2 hatcheries opening. I don't know exactly what went so wrong for Royal to be in such a bad spot. It was like do you think Arjun in the early game getting with the Mutas in that corner really decide this game?
Yeah, that spot is so hard to deal with when you have a low Marine count. Like, once you get into that spot, you just trade so ineffectively. I find it to just be devastating, and that was probably the game changer. But really nice follow-up with the Lurker Defiler push. I loved it.
There was other moment I recall that I was going to say, hey, Nyoken, this guy, the turrets are always on time, but then the turret was hurt, and Arjun took it down so quick that he actually did damage in the natural as well. So, I mean, as most things going for Royal here, and at this level, you pay it so expensive.
Yeah, you definitely can't make mistakes like that. And now, one game away is Action from eliminating the champion. We've now got a normal map, I would say, with Retro. I don't think either player really wants to get to Nemesis. That's going to be an awkward map. So it's imperative both players get a win here. Obviously imperative for Royal because he'll be eliminated.
No, Royal actually need to get to Nemesis. But what about Retro, Nyoken? What is your take in Third versus Terran Retro?
It just seems like a normal map, I think. If we get to a normal stage, I think this is just going to be a big slugfest like we see on maps like Polypoid, Vermeer, but we really haven't gotten to mid-game because the Zergs have just dealt so much damage with the mutas, and they commit to an all-in. So we'll see if we can finally get into a big macro game. And in the top left, he needs your energy, guys, otherwise he'll be out. It's Royal. And in the bottom right, he is proving that it's a mistake to pick all these Zergs. It is Action.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally fine that the guy is out. Like, you know what? Action for life, whatever. Like, there's 20 Terrans in the ASL already, man.
Yeah, they still have like 8 Terrans left over. The only race that's really lacking, I think, is Protoss. What was it, like 4 players or 3 players that are actually in the round of 16? Something like that.
Is this no way, no? 8 racks? No.
No, there's no way this is an 8 racks. This is too late for an 8 racks. This is probably going to be the ample style semi-wall. I don't think you can complete wall. This looks way too big for that, unless that bone at the bottom right can somehow make a full wall there.
Oh, not to forget that Royal build in the last game actually worked for him. He made Arjun freak out, he made Arjun make Sunkens, made a lot of Sterling, so I think like the build order aspect of the game actually, like, it went good for him.
Yeah, it definitely did, and I think that he didn't even take that much damage to the Lings. I think it was just really the Lings threw off the timings of everything. Like, his turrets were on time. Well, his turrets were on time, but I guess maybe he was panicking and didn't put them in the right spots because, as you saw, those mutas got in the back of the base and just dealt crippling amounts of damage. We do have Action with the 12 hatch, of course, and he is going to get lucky here and find Royal in the first position.
Yeah, good scout for Action. I'm going to see exactly what the guy is doing. And you mentioned this is not a full wall.
Now that I'm seeing it, it looks like that is going to be a full wall with the bone at the bottom.
Wow! What is this? Three bases for Action?
This does look like it's going to be a 3-hatch play. Now the SCV saw it, but I don't think the drone saw the SCV. So Royal probably already knows that this is going to be a 3-hatch play. You know, players like Shine last season were 3-hatching every game, and often in the ladder I actually see 3-hatch. So this could just be a new meta or a changing strategy from Action here.
Oh my god. Okay. But Royal knows. Royal saw the drone.
Yep.
He actually knows.
Yep, and last season on Vermeer, I think Action went pool first into 3-hatch, and he took the main. So this time around, he's taking the natural, which I think is a much better play. You can build Sunkens there, makes it much easier to defend than the main base, but it gets instantly scouted. And now Royal is probably just going to 5 racks into this. That's such a strong build. But that's a really fast... Those are extremely fast 3 factories, or 3 barracks.
This is sunken break. This is sunken break, Nyoken.
I gotta say, I don't think I've really ever seen this particular build order. This is so fast for the 3 barracks. I wonder what his academy timing is going to be, because normally you're getting gas around now, academy around now, but not the case.
This is super all-in, Nyoken. This is super all-in. I sir need, like, I don't know, like 7 sunkens to hold this.
Well, okay, there's the gas. Finally, I'm sitting here, I'm like, dude, we got to get gas. Like, Marines are good, but we really need STEM and medics. But this is so late. Like, is he potentially just going to try and attack top right with no medics? Maybe? I don't know about that. But he's going to have a lot of Marines because of how fast he got these barracks. And I like how he's hiding the Marines in the back. So for now, Action thinks that, okay, maybe this guy's teching behind it. Maybe it's just the 2 racks, but definitely not the case this time.
Look at this build is aiming to finish the game, to attack the main. Like, killing the natural is not enough. Like, that's his only chance. Like, he's willing to punish the 3 hatcheries muta timing with an insane number of Marines.
Yeah, this is going to be a ridiculous amount of Marines. I like how Action already has a sunken going up at his natural, but he needs to get a sunken at top right is really what he needs. The SCV is still alive also, so he's going to continue to see that this guy's got really nothing. Now, I may be a little bit skeptical right now if I was Action, because Royal's only showing 2 Marines.
Look at the CVs, he's not making more CVs.
Yep. He wants that bust, and this is going to be a 5:30 move out with what seems to be 12 Marines. So that's, to put it into perspective, I think that's about 4 Marines more than you normally have at this moment. So this is going to be a lot of firepower. Hope he saw the medic. He needs sunkens now.
Yeah, he's going to fake it a bit, but the amount of production coming is crazy.
Yep, and he should know now, like, hey, this is unusual amount of Marines, and his sunkens are too late at top right. This is way too late. He's forced to build like 4 sunkens at both bases. If Royal stems, he's gonna kill top right 100%, and that's also where the hydrogen is. So if that dies also, there's no tech follow-up. Oh, this is so close. This is closer than I thought it was going to be, but there's the stem.
Guys are not ready.
Okay, well, the medics aren't there yet, so actually he loses a Marine instantly. He's going to lose a lot of Marines because the medics aren't here, and somehow he actually holds this, but Action had to sack a lot. Luckily behind this, he is droning, and he does have a Spire, which I didn't even see.
Wow. A bit confused now, like, is it like, did actually, like, Royal miscalculate this?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did or not, but regardless, Zerg built 9 sunkens, so that's a lot of damage whether he actually kills anything or not. And now, like, Terran's factory is done, and mutas aren't even across the map yet, so I still think this was a big win for Royal here, but he's got to transition well out of this. Like, I would love to see him put an add-on onto his factory and go for a tank push with Valkyrie like he did last season.
More sunkens for Arjun?
Got more sunkens. The muta count, what is it, maybe like 7 now? Something like that. That's more than enough, obviously, to one-shot these Marines. They do need to be careful, and we do have 4 racks starport.
No, wait, Nyoken, you mentioned the Hydra then, and he didn't get that many mutas. Maybe he has, like, lurkers in the way. Like, the lurker aspect to Grey.
Yeah, he may have rushed lurkers. He is going Queen's Nest pretty fast, so definitely could be the case that he did rush those lurkers. Or maybe his just econ was so crushed that he wasn't mining gas very much. I'm not sure, because the muta count is slowly getting higher and higher. And, you know, even though I wanted to see the tank push, it's actually going to be 2 starport vessel.
Do you see the difference of going 3 hatcheries and two hatcheries? Like, he has 1 turret in the main.
Yeah. That's all he needs. He's got enough units that he can hold his main like that. He just has a lot at the natural since that's a tough position to hold. And he's scaling into the mid game in a really, really nice position.
What do you think about this position right now for Terran? Do you agree with this? Like, is he just like going straight to a starport? Like, do you like the timings?
I think it's good, but the one thing I'm worried about is this evolution chamber. It's already probably been upgrading armor for a while. That's making me think that this may be ultras, and I personally hate facing ultras, but you know, at this level these players are able to play the SK Terran into ultras no problem, and this is a lot of bio. He's got, oh, I thought he was gonna have +1 done by now, but he doesn't.
It's going to be so tricky to attack that, but maybe with vessels it's possible.
Yep, we'll see. This is not a lot of mutas built. It was just intended to keep Terran back.
Yeah, he's missing a Scorch to snipe the vessels as well.
Yeah, I think that's just the biggest threat right now is the vessels, of course. So if he can get the snipes, he's in an okay position. I like how Royal is taking a third base. Oftentimes I see Zerg or see Terran players, you know, go 7 racks, which is a viable alternative, but I like the big macro play. So I like this third base. I think he even sent or is sending an SCV to top left, so he may be taking a 4th base pretty soon. And if you're expanding like this, that could signal that this could be a mech switch game. We don't see any factories being built though just yet.
Still, I feel like something is wrong with Royal Games right now. I feel like he's like, oh, okay, Drogi.
He saw
that kind. We saw it. He's going to snipe it. No.
Yep, he saw it though. That's the big thing, is he at least knows what's coming, and he just killed something.
Vessel.
I think, yeah, he got 1 vessel, so that's great.
I mean, he's like going drops that he can punish nothing with those drops, like the way the direction he's going.
I don't really know what this drop is supposed to... Oh, he got both! I don't even really... I'm not sure exactly what the drops are supposed to do, though. Like, is he dropping to deny the 4th base? Or what the idea was? Because obviously he's not busting the 3rd base, because there's already Sunkens and a Lurker there. But regardless, that dropship play obviously did not work, and that should be a 4th command center at top left. I still don't see the factory switch, though.
It didn't work, Nyoken, but I see the drops were empty. I didn't see like a huge supply drop.
Yeah, they were empty, so it was technically a good trade for Terran. Lost 2 drop ships for like 6 mutas and Scourge. And we actually are not having a mech switch. It is just going to be Bio SK Terran with 4 bases. And remember, the muta's already intercepted an SCV going to top left, so he's sending just a small amount to top left to try and kill this base, because he knows there's most likely something there, and there is.
Man, this guy has to be so confident to play the way he's doing right now with these mass expansions and just trying to equal the third player, because Arjun right now is going to be on 4 bases. He's going to have four gases, and I mean, that is super dangerous for Terran. He's playing super passive at the moment.
Yeah, I actually feel like you're playing into Action's hands when you let him get 4 hatches or 4 bases, because he's unreal in Zerg versus Terran with the big macro, and he luckily is going to find this drop incoming, and this is going to get shut down. But he does have a decent amount of vessels, so he'll be able to irradiate the majority of the lurkers, but instead of continuing with the drop, he just does back off for now.
Yeah, Nyoken. It's probably one of the biggest macro games you are going to see in this ASL, with the way Terran is playing right now. But he doesn't secure victories. Like, honestly, if you ask me, Royal is playing with so much fire right now that he can end like totally burned.
Yeah, he's playing Bio into a Zerg that has 4 bases, heavy upgrades. We know that Hydra Lurker Defiler is a real threat these days. Zerg players are doing it all the time. I don't know if you can actually win with SK Terran into Hydra Lurker Defiler, but we haven't seen the Hydra switch just yet. It is Ultraman as I was expecting.
And Plague is ready.
That Plague is ready. This is like 8 barracks. Top left, those have to be factories, right? There's no way that those could be racks. It is a racks, by the way. I can tell from the building. So Lings at top left are going to get shut down. There's no Defiler there to help out. So good defense so far from Royal. He is going into BC switch, but it's only 2 starports, so it's going to take him a long time to build up to a sizable BC count. Something like 4 to 6 is what I think is the magic number, but 2 can be surprisingly strong.
Okay, I just like trying to find a way here for Royal. I think, in my opinion, like the way this game is developing, that his only chance really is to put now so much pressure that Zerg never gets to spend again.
Yeah, but Zerg's just defending, so I don't know how you're going to do that. The vessels, okay, there's 6 of them, so that's a decent amount, but he's going to lose 1. I think once you reach like 8 vessels, that's when it starts getting really scary. So for now, the vessel count not, you know, an insane amount right now. But Zerg is...
but with this amount of bases, Nyoken, usually Terran goes to 3 starports or even 4, right? Like, they want to go BCs.
Yep, there is the 3 starports that you said. BC's coming right now. Ling Man in full force, knocking down that Firebat Marine Medic squad. And Action is approaching getting to max pretty soon. He's at 140. It's maybe like 3 more cycles of production. He'll be there, assuming he builds a few Ultralists.
You know what? Actually taking that new base, and that can happen. Like, so far, Royal is being doing a good job, but I mean, if you think about it, like, Arjun Eco hasn't been touched at all with drop arras or like nothing apart from them forcing sunkens.
Yeah. So Terra needs to do something, man. I'm getting so worried because I know how strong 4-base Zerg is, and I know how strong this player in particular is with it. Like, I think this is the biggest mistake that you could make versus Action, is to let him get to 4 bases. You got to do something, but so far there's no BCs. The vessels really haven't done that much damage.
Oh my god, like, he's almost maxed out. The cows are 4-1. I mean, it's looking really hard for Royal. I don't know how he's going to, like, he's about to lose back control.
Yeah, and it is just so hard to control bio. And these vessels are already plagued. So, like, 1 Hydra here would kill everything. Oh my gosh, that's a dead army. Luckily, that's obviously not all the supply of Royal, but that's a dead vessel right there. So now we're down to 4. Ultra is still alive. The BCs got shown. But all that's going to do is trigger Hydra Lurker Man from Zerg.
Man, that Mac control didn't last. Like, it went out so quick. I mean, now Arjun is going to spend everywhere.
And he intercepts
6 gases.
Yeah, he intercepts the drops instantly, and I think those were actually loaded up. Top left has been breached. That's another... Oh, all of these vessels are going to die. That's a Muta. That's going to one-shot everything, and you're going to lose all of your critical vessels. Luckily, there are still 2 BCs here. The Marine Firebat count is decent, but Zerg's almost even supply now.
Yeah. Not only that, Vessel count to 0. No, wait, actually, only 1 expansion going for Arjun. I don't know what happened to the bottom mid.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly.
Maybe he never
either.
made it?
I don't think he built it there. I think there was just a small army that prevented any units from going over there. But
anyway, so many units trying to deny top left now.
I know, there's just so much everywhere, and the BCs just died to a single Muta. There's so much action happening out on the map. Top left is getting breached. Meanwhile, there's a great plague at bottom left. The Dark Swarm push. Okay, that was a clutch kill right there because there was no other way to catch that Defiler. But mid left is getting attacked at the same time. Royal, he's on the defense, but he needs to make something happen, whether it's a drop into top right or something, because he's getting hit everywhere.
He's sending most of his army to the top right. I don't know how he expects to break it, because there are Sunkens, there are units, there are, the Filer.
Yep, he's in trouble. The mid left has been breached. The bottom left, where the main base of Terran may be breached in a second too. That's gonna be an amazing plague, and that's gonna be a lot of supply. Royals below. Oh, he just taps out, and that's it. That means Action is gonna eliminate our previous champion, and he's gonna be moving into the deciders match versus Shine.
Yeah, that was that was brutal first of all, because wow, that game plan. I think he just he connect the ground cables and put the ground build to use. And I'm happy for Action. His build, everything was good. He keep composure. He played a really solid game, to be honest. He intercept drops, he snipe vessels, but you can't really ask more for him.
Yeah, it was the perfect play, especially after the original opener where he had to build 9 Sunkens just to not die. His econ was crippled, Terran double expanded with no pressure. It was absolutely fantastic response. Obviously, catching the drops were clutch, but the plagues were on point, the dark swarms were on point, everything was amazing, and that's why you don't let this guy get to 4 bases, or if you do, I don't think you can play bio into it, because he just explodes, and his macro, his everything is just too good for that.
Yeah, if you ask me, that was at least the way he wanted to play, that was the game to do make a switch.
Yeah, when he built those 2 buildings by the command center, I thought for sure those have to be factories at top left. But
by the way,
weren't.
He's still sit there
yeah.
You can't tell if the pressure eat him in this group.
Yeah.
In this group.
He's obviously disappointed. Like I said, he got the group he wanted, all Zergs, and then you go 0-3, he didn't even win a game. So unfortunate for him, not the showing he wanted. We're going into a break, and then we'll be back in just a minute. All right, we are going into our final series of the day. It is going to be Shine versus Action. As you can see, a lot of Jaedong fans there. Fans getting some autographs. And we have our champion already out of ASL 15.
Is this normal that player stays like that so long after he finishes his game? Just like doing signings?
Yeah, I think it is normal that they stick around, since they obviously have so many fans, and you know, Jaedong, a huge fan favorite, so no shocker that he stayed around. And look at Royal, you can see he's disappointed leaving already.
Yeah, man. Better luck next season, because this one, the pressure got him. But I'm sure he will be back. He has the skills.
Oh yeah, for sure he'll be back, and he'll be stronger than ever, I'm sure. But speaking of strong players, Action just brought it to Royal, but he's got a formidable threat in Shine, who was actually 1-0 in the winner's match. So clearly he's got the chops in ZVZ, and he's looking to take down Action.
I mean, Arjun is such a good player. Every matchup. You know what? The other day I was thinking, like, there is this people say that Arjun is one of the best late games players. And they are not grown, but in my opinion, he's not a good one when it comes to close the games.
Oh yeah, you think that's what he's lacking, is he doesn't know how to close it out, or doesn't close it out well?
Yeah, because like people like they put these examples of, oh yeah, he's doing so well macro wise against Flash, but if you think about it, like he never won the game.
Okay, I guess I really haven't thought about it like that, but that is true. Oftentimes when I do see Action play, the games go really long, even when he does have a sizable advantage. We'll see if it's any different here in ZVZ. I think that's a little bit of a different dynamic, but maybe because of something like that, maybe we'll see some spores this time. Maybe we'll get it to another mid game. But do you see that map at the bottom, Eonzerg?
Yeah, Nemesis?
No.
Oh no, 76.
Yeah, 76. I hope we get a 1-1 tie just so we can finally see a ZVZ on there.
That is insane. We're going to see 76 in a CBC Nyoken.
I know, man. That's crazy.
Oh, no, wait. We need to
yeah.
We need the games to go 1-1. Oh my god.
Yeah, we got to get there first, but I have high hopes. I got high hopes that this will be a 2-1 series based on how all the previous CVZs have gone today, and our players are ready. So, as Eonzerg said, game 1, it's on Nemesis. Okay, in the bottom left, in the red, it is Shine. And in the top right, coming off a great win versus Royal, it is Action.
Yeah, no one's going to scout each other first. Cross spawns. I mean, it has all the potential to be chaotic.
Yep, this should be a wild game. And again, guys, we still don't have audio, so it seems like it's just an Afrika issue. Hopefully they'll get it resolved for tomorrow. So for now, we're just gonna be listening to some Zerg game or Zerg theme. I gotta tell you, Eonzerg, you know, I used to be a Zerg player, you know, back in 2000, and my favorite theme is actually the Zerg theme. I don't know about you, but I like that more than even the Terran theme.
Man, I thought you would say that my favorite thing was going one hatchery hive.
Well, that was back then, man. I don't think you would believe me, but that was the style. And you know what?
Now everything makes sense, Nyoken. Now I have to understand everything.
I didn't even tell you about the Zerg versus Zerg style. You know what the Zerg versus Zerg style back then was? 2 hatch, evolution chamber, rush, +1 weapon for Zerglings. That's true.
Okay. I'm not super surprised about that. What is this? 2 hash against sniper Nyoken.
It's overcast, right?
Oh yeah, overcast. There is the always okay. And he's cross spawns.
Well, as a former Zerg player back in 1999, this looks like an advantage for Action. What do you think about this position?
It is an advantage for Arjun for sure, but I mean, it all depends how you actually play this, you know, like. But it is there is no way there is no way for Shine to kill this hatchery.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to do that either. And he goes into Lair Gas. So this is the exact same opener we saw, I think, versus Jaedong, if I remember correctly. And we'll see if he can get any damage done. But like you said, I don't think so. I don't think this is going to do much. Yeah,
man. No, I mean, Nyoken, you probably vibing with this build now that you told me you were a third player and you were in 1999. The one Cherry Hive.
Yeah, love that. That was my go-to build, man. You know, it used to be that a spawning pool cost 150 minerals, and the lurker upgrade was 125, 125. So, as soon as they changed that to 200 for the pool and 200 for the lurker upgrade, I instantly switched to Terran, because back then I was like, well, how do you win? Your pool's later, your lurkers are later, everything's later. That ruined the main strategy for Zerg. I thought Zerg had no chance.
It's the first time I see a third player going to a hash and only using 2 drones on gas.
Oh, that's a lot of links, and they do have speed. Colony, okay, that's just for, I guess, an additional drone or link.
Or a drone, I don't know. I mean, is there really a timing here for Shine? I don't think.
Well, he's got speed. Maybe he can run something by, but that seems like there's just too many lings. I don't think Action can. Okay, he does get the angle, but not able to sneak any by, and that means, oh, speed just kicked in. That was a big mistake for Shine. Now.
Okay, now I actually understand. Well, what happened is Action made a speed first, and then there.
Yeah, so he's going to be going into spores in a moment, and we've got a ling run by, but only one's going to get in. However, it draws 8 lings of Action out of position.
Better Sanka for Shine this time, and he's going to maybe like defend better with Zerlings and drones. Wait, what is the Zerling in the main?
I'm not sure how that actually got ahead.
What happened?
I don't know, but the Spire's basically done for Shine, and Action confirmed the Spire timing also, so he knows exactly what's going on. However, he does see that there's a Sunken there, so he's done good damage with just the lings.
Yeah. Nah, it's not really on top, like he's probably making spores by now. I mean, Hiko looking good, 2 hatcheries.
Yeah, unlike
enough Zerlings to defend as well.
Unlike the Jaedong game, Action seems to have a better drone count. He's got more lings. He seems to just be in a better position. Okay, actually, that's a lot of lings for Shine. Spore's going to be up though, but there's only 1 spore at both bases.
Because it's only 1 hatchery is enough for now. Because the Spire timing is also like, wait, what is Shine doing? Like, that's a long way to go if you want to do that. Need to kill 2x and then need to kill the other 2x. And
yeah, I think it would be different if he only had to kill one egg, but like you said, there's 4 of them, and lings don't have the best damage versus eggs, so that's
Spire's almost in completion.
Well, Muta's fine. Action poking around with some lings. He does get a couple kills. Is this enough for Shine to bust through, though?
Going for it. The Scourge is out. Only 4 mutas.
4 mutas, but that's enough to kill the Scourge. And this is a good hold from Action, but lings do manage to get in. However, Muta jumps or pops out in the nick of time and that means that they will hold. So nicely done from Action. He's going to lose maybe one drone. Nope, doesn't even lose that.
Or something's coming,
now he did.
Nyoken, but oh no, mute us. Okay. I mean,
Luckily, he didn't lose that heavily damaged Mutalisk right there. That would have been very costly. But I'm worried for Shine now because unlike in the Jaedong game, he had a second hatch at mid-left. This time, he's still just stuck on one hatchery.
you are right. And he invested so much in Zerlings and Mutas that he doesn't like it. He doesn't have like enough drones to. I mean, yeah, like it's the only going for King is that there is only one sport for Arjun.
Yep, and I think he may actually be able to jump on it before it completes at the natural, so that's a good pickoff. But we've got a counterattack. Oh, we've got a base trade, but the problem for Shine is he has no spores, so he's just going to lose everything. He even has to cancel his hatchery because he knows he's about to be out of money. Spore completes, and I think Action has got this game.
Yeah, what a beat, what a.
Well,
oh really no. Good execution.
No more drones. So all Action has to do is not die to these 9 mutas, and this game is his to take. Shine has 250 minerals, but he is not mining at all.
And this is it, Nyoken. I think that like losing all the eco and now with all these spores, like I mean, if you snipe every drone and maybe there are no minerals, could force a draw. But yeah, GG.
GG comes out, and that means Action is 1 game away now from making it out of our first group. Shine, he looked so good today versus Royal. He also looked like he had a shot of making it out versus Jaedong, but now he's the one on the verge of elimination.
Oh man, now we need to root so hard for Shine.
Yeah, we do. We gotta have that 7-6, man. I want to see if somebody actually goes Hydras. Like, will we ever have a ZVZ that's not just Mutaling? I still think probably 7-6 is a Mutaling map, but I would love to see a different comp.
I'm not sure about the Hydras and Nyoken, but like I imagine this CVC being like, you know, like Sir just like holding the main and then sneaking early on a drone to that strange base with 2 gases. At some point making a hatchery there and like, you know, like long hive game because they can attack each other with with only mutas. They need the bowers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that would be epic, man. I would love to see it, but Shine has got to get through Vermeer first, and then we may be able to have that epic game. So this is his last life, potentially. Must win here, otherwise Action will be moving on. And that means we'll have 2. Well, regardless, we're going to have 2 Zergs into the round of 8. We talked about how many Terrans there are, but already we're going to have a good representation from the Zerg lineup, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, man, we do it better than Protoss.
Yeah. And in the top right, it is Shine. And in the bottom left, looking to make it to the round of 8, it is Action.
Okay. Last game we saw 12 hatcheries from Action and the overgas from Shine. Looking at that, if I was Action, I would probably repeat the 12 hatch.
I was thinking the same thing. I would also go for the 12 hatch. I think it's unlikely that it's going to be a 9 pool. I think we could see overgas or even, I think we saw somebody 12 pool earlier today in ZVZ too. So I agree with that. I would love to see the 12 hatch again from Action. We are approaching that critical moment of, is somebody going to build an Overlord? And the answer is yes, both Shine and Action build Overlord. So neither player 9 pooling.
To Jaedong for working extra hours, man. The guy is still going at it.
Yeah, man. I mean, he's just such a huge favorite in Korea. Everybody wants to meet him, get his autograph. He's beloved in the Korean community. And we don't see overgas. We don't see overpool. So most likely we're just going to have 12 pool from both sides.
no? It's 11, no, 12 for Shine and 11 for Action.
Okay, so a slight difference here.
Oh,
wait a minute. Oh, it's a hidden one.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just so sneaky. I actually thought he was scouting with this drone, and I thought he was going to build a hatch in his main. But yeah, top middle. Okay.
Yeah, he was like maybe a bit too afraid of 9 pool.
Well, does this save you from 9 pool? If like, what's the logic of hiding it? Don't they still just run into your main?
Oh, because you don't lose the hatchery and you can defend with the sunken.
Okay, I haven't thought about that. I guess I've seen too many games where players just give up their hatchery, but that makes sense now.
But Nyoken, 11 hatchery, 12 hatchery, honestly, there is not such a big difference.
Okay, so looks like just going to be a slight lead for Shine then, since he has an additional drone. We do actually have basically same amount of income for both sides. You can see there's only a 30 mineral difference, really.
Look at that overlord play that from Arjun. He actually didn't like go farther from left mid. Like he turned like, and then moving all the overlords to top right.
Yeah, they know all the timings, man. It's like you're supposed to have a certain unit at this spot at this time, and it wasn't there, so by default, I just know where you are. I mean, it's just crazy to see stuff like that. Look at the Overlord. It was going top right, but now it's kind of going back down to bottom right. I'm not sure exactly the reasoning for that pathing, but regardless, he's getting a lot of intel on the map, at least, to see if Lings were coming across.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was me, just a noob, I would just like send the overlord to top, see the other overlord. I will assume, well, the guy is there. Then I will send the overlord to the right, and I will scout at the hatchery.
Yeah. Well, the Ling is going to come in here, and I wonder what he's going to be thinking, because there's going to be Lings on the ramp. Shine does hatch in his main, but at the same time...
Oh, that's a lot of Lings, Nyoken.
Yeah, that is a lot of Lings. I think Action, knowing that it's Shine, should consider scouting other places on the map, but instead he's just going to go for the ramp bust. But okay, he gave up his ramp, and that's going to let Lings flood in, but that's going to trigger Shine to just counterattack. And now that Action actually saw the Spire timing, he knows that there's a hatchery hidden somewhere, because why is your Spire so late?
Yeah, but I mean, Nyoken, this is damage. Like,
I think.
Oh my God, Shine Sernis were chasing other rally point Sernis from Action.
I see.
And he lose so much time.
He just A moved to bottom left, and now nothing synced up. He's not mining. He's so dead. He can't build anything. Look, he can barely afford to build one round of Lings, so it's gonna be like 20 Lings versus 6, like the counterattack. I mean. And Action most likely is just going to take this game. Shine just doesn't have any money. That's the issue.
He doesn't mine for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's not mining. He's literally mining with one drone at top middle. That's it. His Spire completes, but he can't build anything. And that means that Action, unless there's some, I don't know, thunder strikes Action's computer, there's no way Action can lose this game.
Oh my God, do you think someone's going to hack this now? No, Nyoken, no way.
Yeah.
Actually, he's about to finish the game.
He is about to finish the game. He finished it in the previous match, and now he's about to end it in under 6 minutes. This is good defense from Shine for not mining. He's doing a good job actually surviving.
There is no spy for Action.
I see that now. It's actually not as unmanageable as I thought. Action still doesn't know where the hatchery is.
More counterattacks for Shine.
Oh, no. He built a Muta, or he built an Overlord or something. But regardless, he needs Lings now. And okay, it was Lings. Oh, Lings in the main. This is so weird.
Why is Action even using drones to mine gas if there is no Spire?
I don't know, but Action just pulled all of his drones now. Okay, Lings pop. It's just not enough Lings for Shine, unfortunately. There it is, GG. It was a valiant effort from Shine. He played well all day long. He had the clever build versus Royal, but in the end, today was Action's day.
It was Action's day, man. And we really mean that. Wow, what a performance against Royal, against Shine. I mean, that was really good.
Yeah, I'm surprised that ramp bust actually worked. I thought that was a mistake, and I thought that he was just going to get counterattacked by those Lings. But unfortunately, that A move of the Lings, like you said, got intercepted in the middle of the map. They weren't synced up, so the counterattack really just wasn't that strong. And that's a heartbreaking way to lose, because today started off so strong for Shine. You know, actually, I was thinking, like, really? Is this guy going to make it out in first place, taking down Royal? Goes up 1-0 versus Jaedong? But the last 4 games for him, just pretty heartbreaking.
Yeah. I'm so sad we didn't see 76, to be honest.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that.
Oh, but congratulations to Action. Such a solid player, man. Can you imagine that this being ASL Action season?
I can believe it, man. Like the past 3 seasons, I've been saying this guy, he can go deep. Like he's got the talent for it. His Zerg versus Terran is nuts. His Zerg versus Protoss, definitely great. And then ZVZ, clearly, it's top notch too. And now maybe finally he can get the results that he should have. Like I don't think he's made it to the round of 4 ever. I've seen him in the round of 8 a couple times. But maybe finally we can get a semifinals or potentially finals appearance.
Exactly. He actually eliminated the guy that eliminated him last season, that it was Royal. So, yeah, man, I think could be a good season for Action. I don't really know how his Zerg versus Protoss is looking like. I think he has like a good chance.
Yeah, especially with all the Terrans. And in one of the graphics, we saw the top Zerg versus Terran win rates, and it was actually Effort at the top, which was surprising to me. But in third place, it was Action. So clearly his EVT is obviously very good. And with remaining, 8 Terran players left or 7 Terran players left, I would probably, maybe not necessarily put him as a favorite versus all those Terrans, but I would give him at least 50-50 shot. Like he can definitely take down someone like Light, obviously, if he's taking down Royal. And he crushed Royal in the retro game.
I mean, Nyoken, you are a box of surprises. Like, you just told me you are surprised that Effort is like the top dog in CBT, and he's the only guy that actually managed to beat on each final Flash.
I know.
You are really something special.
Well, I guess I was surprised because Effort doesn't really even play that much in ASL. Like, yeah, he played in the older ASLs, but when was the last time you saw Effort, like, recently? Have we seen him recently? I guess maybe I just don't remember his games.
That is true. Like, I think he won the ASL, then played the next one, got like, I don't remember, like 3rd place or something like that, and then just like he quit, like some hand problems or stuff like that.
Yeah, I know he's not in this one, but we still got a lot of good Zerg players. Sulky waiting in Group C, I remember that. Queen is tomorrow. In Group D, I feel like there's another Zerg that I'm forgetting. Can't remember who it is exactly though, but so far we've gotten 2 out of 2 for the Zergs. Already one of the Terran superstars has been eliminated. Fortunately, Shine also gone.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be Queen, JYJ. What are the other Terrans?
Rush,
and
someone else. I have to look. Let me see. Barracks. Oh, okay. Barracks. So that's going to be really tough. Barracks is on the up and up. I know Artosis really likes Barracks. JYJ past few seasons, he's surprised me quite a bit. And then Rush, of course, he's mega deadly, and everybody knows. Zero, obviously, super deadly for the Zerg race.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be also a great day.
Yeah, I know you're excited for all those Terran versus Terrans, man.
I mean, we have Queen in the mix. It's not like everything's going to be like Terran versus Terran. Yeah.
Yeah, based on how today went, Royal just got instantly crushed, and he was in the losers bracket. And, maybe if Zero loses, we could potentially have actually a lot of Terran versus Zergs, and maybe not that many Terran versus Terrans. But I don't know about that, because if Zero's facing off versus JYJ, it's going to be a tough matchup for JYJ. I think of JYJ in particular as being very strong versus Protoss for whatever reason, but not too sure about his TVZ.
Yeah. What about like Rush against Barracks? Do you think like Barracks has like a realistic chance against him?
Yeah, I think Barracks has got a shot versus Rush. I think both of them like to play Vulture style. And I think we saw, was it Barracks versus Sharp in the round of 24, where Barracks slowly built up his tank count. And then at some point, the tank count is just too high that it's hard to bust out. And Rush is Vulture Man. Like if there's another game that goes similar to that, I think it will be tough for Rush to win. We're getting a look at how the games went today. You can see Shine took out Royal. Jaedong took down Action. Jaedong gets out in first versus Shine. Action.
It's so fun. Do you see Jaedong doing the phone?
Yeah.
That's from Gabriel Jesus, Arsenal player.
What? It's what?
It's a celebration when he scores goals. He does that.
Oh, is that what he does? I haven't seen him do that on his stream.
Jaedong is a huge fan of that team, Arsenal.
Oh yeah, I know he loves football. I remember seeing a video about him talking about that, but
much respect to you. You just say football. That is so great. It's the first time I see an American doing that. Wow. You have forever my respect from now on.
Well, I didn't even know I had just said that, but okay. I think that's actually the first time I've called it football in my life as an American. Yeah. Well, as we stated earlier, tomorrow is going to be Rush, Barracks, Queen, and JYJ. This could be, I think, the best group Barracks could get, because TVT, he looked very good. Terran versus Zerg. Terran generally pretty strong versus Zerg players. And you really want to avoid the Protoss players if you're a Terran, because the remaining Protoss players are experts versus Terran. Snow, Bisu, and Best. So I think Barracks has got a shot, but I think favorites, probably Rush and Zero. But, anything can happen, especially after how today went.
I mean, if you have Queen in your game, and he's against Terran, you need to be careful.
I know, man. That ASL that he won versus Flash, where he just picked apart Valkyries with mutas, like, as I was watching it, I'm like, dude, these are Valkyries, man, and you have Mutalists. The Valkyries counters mutas, but he just picked them apart with Scourge. I was like, wow, that's no joke. So Queen obviously super strong versus Terran, and I'm curious to see how he'll play versus, I'm sure someone will pull out Valkyries tomorrow. I feel like that's destined to happen.
I mean, it's possible, but my money is like it's on Queen. Like, this guy doesn't care about Valkyries. Like, Valks, what?
Yeah.
So like, go back to 1.16.
Yeah. I want to see him play versus the Valkyrie Star. I want to see a 7-6 game. I casted one for StarCast. You can check it out on the YouTube channel, and it looked pretty brutal for Terran, but I think it could lead to some interesting games as we get more and more practice on it.
Oh man, I seen some crazy games with mass BCs, mass devours.
Really?
So insane, yeah. I was watching it yesterday, actually, a game from Queen. I don't remember the player. I think it was Light.
Okay, I haven't seen that game, so I guess I'll have to check out one of their streams later on, because I did not get that impression of this map. I did not expect to see BCs versus Devourers. I was thinking more along the lines of maybe some type of mech play or biomass drops, but that's interesting to hear.
Yeah, No, it's one of the most interesting maps I have seen in a long time. When it comes to player styles and like they really, it's something that really brings something different to the table. It's not probably for a player like us. It's not going to be super fun to play in. But I like it. I'm hopeful for the future that we can get to the point that there is like these interesting mechanics that are also interesting to play in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I always love when ASL brings back like an older map. So like 7.6 is based on 8.15, which is a map from like 2006. And I always am curious, like, okay, how would this play out, like this particular map play out in 2023? And we're getting to see that with maps like 7.6. So that's always fun to watch. And also that mineral patch. You remember that mineral patch that's right next to your command center in the beginning? I'm sure we'll see that in the future too, because that also provides an interesting dynamic. It just speeds up your build order really quickly in the first minute of the game.
Indeed. I'm really like looking for what the map makers can and how they like it need balance, but how to include these mechanics that to make something interesting, man. Like it I think it's possible, but it needs more testing.
Yeah, tough to do. Bring new flavors to Brood War 25 years later. But we are done today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about the audio. I can't control it. Hopefully a Freaker will fix it tomorrow. We've got Group B tomorrow. Going to be an exciting group. So I'm sure we'll see you there. If not, I expect to see you there next week when we have Group C and Group D. So take care, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Bye-bye.